We're all such Doctor Who fans. It's like we quibble something, then immediately 3 people are like, we must find the answer.
We get the reference material.
The wiki.
It up.
The wiki, TARDIS wiki, right now.
So, Jack, welcome back to Charlestial Games. How are you doing? How are you feeling?
I'm very good. I'm very happy to be back. Thank you for inviting me back on.
You're more than welcome. Now, I feel like I'm kind of getting my own back with you this time, seeing as I failed so miserably at your panel. I do blame Ori, but I feel
don't do yourself a discredit. You were wonderful. Everyone in that.
Oh, you were great. You were great. But what I'm thinking is, because you won last time, is there anything that you're sort of worried about? Do you think that you can carry on? Is there anyone that's going to be coming up later that you're worried about?
No, not at all. I'm going to smash it. I have come to chew ass and kick bubblegum, and I'm all out of... Wait, hang on.
Either will do. It is a Saturday.
Yeah.
So, either will do. Well, I hope that you're ready, because we've actually got the winner of the one just before you won of Charlestial Games as well. Hope he's ready. He doesn't look very ready, but we'll see how he's doing. Stephen, it's your
Good
turn
evening.
now. How are you feeling? Good evening.
Bloody marvellous. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And when I saw the list of, the other panelists tonight, I was very, very impressed. Robert Carlyle, of course, the Scottish actor, possibly the greatest Scottish Doctor we've never had. We've had so many. Justin Hawkins, an underrated rock musician. Dean Martin, I thought he was dead. And Robert Carrier, the great gourmet, miraculously better. And Alexander the Great, Have I missed anybody out?
I don't think so. I may as well just bring them all on now. I might just do it as a surprise. Bang, there's Adam Martin joining us for the first time as well. Did I caught you unaware? Yeah.
How are we all doing?
I just want to ask. Oh, all good. All the better for seeing you, obviously. But how are you feeling? Have you watched any of the Charlestial Games? No worries if not.
I caught a bit of the last one. I haven't seen all the way through, but I definitely got a sense of the fun and the chaos that is, I'm sure, going to unfold tonight as well. And I'm all here for it, Shah. I'm all here for it. Except
at my expense. This is the thing. It's all well and good until I've got to edit the bloody thing.
Well, that's it. But that's the way the cookie crumbles, isn't it? But
it's the nature of the beast, as they say. Nature of the beast. Well, someone who actually knew about all the chaos and had to humour me with the drama as well was the wonderful Mr. TARDIS. Well, I can't believe you're back. I've got to be honest with you. You and Jack and Stephen. But then again, Stephen, I know you're here to win this time.
I'm just a glutton for punishment, but I was just thinking it's a testament to Adam Martin's resolve and indeed his character that he saw part of the chaos and thought, I want in on that.
I just think it got to one point where I was giving away answers. I think Stephen had gone off doing something. I can't even remember what. You were flying your cat on a carpet. It just all got a bit crazy, I
forgot the Aladdin recreation. I'd excised from that mind until this very moment. I'm just offering you all a cat. She's just laid down on a cushion.
I thought it was that animatronic cat from Survival for a minute.
Well, I can offer you a dog if you want.
I saw your dog, yeah.
Oh, hello, bless.
I bet yours doesn't get a magic carpet ride like in Aladdin. I
mean, he tries to use me as a climbing frame, so I guess I'm the magic carpet.
You'd put it to the back of your brain, yeah. I'm going to keep those memories flooded. Don't worry. Flooding all the way back to you. But are you ready for some more games? But I feel like you got maybe a bit of the short end of the stick because you were the only one who didn't really know about the games before.
No, it's the taking part that counts.
That
it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
He was at the bottom of the boxes, weren't you? That was he always got the question last.
That's what it is.
Looking up.
I have changed.
So you need to put him further up.
It's my turn. Well, it's all right because I've got my own little what's the word way of doing it. I know what I'm doing this time. I've got it all together because I do believe this next person I'm about to bring on did watch it and even commented, when can I come on the games, which I think is crazy. But He's very welcome anyway. Phil, how are you? You well?
I'm good, thank you. Yes, I did watch the chaos, and I thought I've got to get in on this chaos. This looks fun.
Well, we did one. I think the lovely Jack over here. I won't wear my points in that way. Had us on a podcast together. I thought, you know, who'd be great for this? I had you in mind anyway. And then when you commented, I thought, why not? Why not? Let's do it. But seeing as you did watch it, I'm not going to say all the way through because I would not do that to you. But seeing as you did watch it, how do you feel like your chances are going to be on here?
I don't know. I did as it's so much easier to play any game show when you're watching at home than it is when you are under pressure in the hot seat. So while I feel I did fairly well, like playing along when I was watching it, I'd probably crumble like a cookie when I'm playing it and under pressure. But we'll see. We'll see.
We'll soon find out. But last but not least, what I'm a bit nervous about, and I don't mean that as any disrespect to you guys, but he is my encyclopedia for Doctor Who. So I'm kind of hoping that my questions are going to be enough to even maybe rattle him. But I don't know, Richard, what are you thinking?
Hello. Well, as I've placed here, it's all a lie. I'm just a big imposter. I rely on these books that you see around me, so I know nothing. And I'd like to point out that my dad is actually Robert Carrier, but not the Robert Carrier. One time, when I was younger, he called up a restaurant and said, "I'd like to reserve a table for Robert Carrier," and they said, "What, the Robert Carrier?" He went, "No, he's dead."
Yeah, no relation at all. In fact,
no.
No. Excellent.
I would have kept that going, especially if they didn't know. So I'm going to kick off straight away with round one, which is my personal, and it is a popular favourite of Trivial Pursuit in Doctor Who. Well, it is actually all Doctor Who. What am I on about? So the rules are as follows. They're going to be different from last time, so strap in. So I think last time I did one where if you gave your point away or you gave your question away, they could take away your points or something like that. I can't even remember. It feels like it was that long ago.
It was a long night,
Something
Sharp.
like
I
that.
can't tell you.
Well, I made the whole game up and I still couldn't tell you. So, what I'm going to do this time is I am going to go round in this circle. But the difference is if you get one right, you don't get to go again because there's no spinner this time. I'm going to keep it real swift.
Have we got the adjudicator here? Theo is going to make sure that everything's played nice and fairly.
I can see the hand. The paw is up like a Roman emperor about to give the thumb up or the thumb down.
There is a running joke in my live streams that because of his mustache as well.
Yes,
I know.
Yes,
but I've not trained him to do this. He doesn't even do this when the camera's not rolling. This is just something he knows he's being filmed. He knows he's trying to cancel me.
Yeah,
it's only a matter of time.
Fantastic! Whoever knew you had a right-wing cat.
Well, we know election next week. We know who he's voting for.
Jack, here's your first question. Are you ready? I'm not.
I'm ready.
But on what planet does the Fifth Doctor contract Spectros Toxemia, I never can pronounce this, and sacrifice his life for Perry? Your time starts now. I'll let you know when it's done. Oh, I just got rid of Rich. Sorry. Come back.
Androzani Minor.
5.
Yeah, Androzani Minor.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Perfect. There we go. There's a 1 point. That's how easy it is, guys. He's showing you up already, so you need to make sure you're good. Stephen, it is your go. Are you ready? Elton John's single, Daniel, inspired Mr. and Mrs. Pope to name their son, but what did they call him?
Elton.
So, amazing. Well done. I'm trying to mark these points, but I feel like it's going to be good. Oh, and I completely forgot to mention that the first to 5, you're going to win. You're going to be all good. Right. So I'm keeping track of the score, Stephen, before you ask me, because I know that question's coming. Because famously, I don't. I don't know what you're on. I think you're all keeping track yourselves.
Are you not keeping track of the score, Sean?
No, so I told you.
Contestants can't keep track of the score.
So we'll do that. Right, perfect.
Sometimes spill wine on them.
Yeah, I did. I think it was like the second games I did. I completely wrecked it, and we had to start all over again. So I'm sure that everyone was really happy about that. Okay, all right. Adam, you're next. I'm going to go like a snake. Okay. I love this one. Who is travelling with the Sixth Doctor when he lands on Ravlox, a planet alarmingly similar to Earth?
Perry Brown.
Oh, so gorgeous. I was about to start my countdown. There we go. I don't know how this is going to go, but the first of 5 is it's going quite well. So there we go. Will, you'll be glad to know that you actually get in here early, because I think you were waiting for about 4 hours last time before we got to your first question. So here we go. The Mox of Balhoun worked for Jolko and Jolko, but what was their profession? Time starts now.
Interspace travel
7.
systems.
Incorrect. Was
What is it?
solicitors.
You shouldn't have bumped me up the
Solicitors.
listings now, because now it's
I know. You didn't have time to Google, kind of.
Yeah,
thing,
he's
right?
getting all the shit
the
questions
first
now.
one to
Come
get it
on.
wrong. I think I mistook them for Mr. and Mrs. Paku, who are the real heroes of that story.
What about the adherence of the repeated meme?
At the time that
What is
the
that?
episode went out, I didn't even
quite
know
understand
what a
that.
meme was back then in 2005. I'd
I
never
didn't
heard
either,
the
Phil.
concept of a meme.
No.
And like, it's so strange that nowadays, like, memes are everywhere. We all know what memes are, but at the time that episode went out, didn't have a clue. Went right over my
Well,
head.
it was coined by Richard Dawkins,
Richard
former
Dawkins,
guest
yes.
star of Doctor
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
back in
Yeah.
the 70s, I
Indeed,
think.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's taken on a life of its own since the internet has blown up.
Well, that book's the 70s, isn't it? Is it?
The Selfish Gene, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I've
I think
got
it
that on
was
the shelf
late
somewhere. I've never read
70s.
it. but-
Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't know what it is. I know what a meme is, obviously, but I don't necessarily know that. But you know what, it still ends up being one of my favourite stories that I go back to. So that's totally cool. Rightio, Bill, it's your turn. First one. What type of ball does Brian Williams throw for Tricey, the Triceratops? How's now?
What type of ball? A tennis ball?
5. Oh,
Is it-
something correct. Does anyone?
He's sniffing my
notice?
balls.
What was it?
That was. I won't edit that out of context. Don't you worry.
It's a line from the show. Blame Chris Chibnall, he wrote it.
What the answer is.
It was a golf ball.
Golf ball, was it? Ah.
It was indeed a golf ball. Yeah, no worries. That's okay. Right, Richard. Here we go. Time for
Okay,
you.
here we go. This is where my
Yeah, here we go,
reputation is
exactly.
destroyed.
This is what everyone comes on here to do. Anyway, so which London suburb was Ace's hometown?
Wonderful.
How's
Perivale.
that
Perivale.
There
Thank you for that one.
Well, okay.
If you can keep them all
You're more than
classical, I think
welcome.
I'll be
These
all
are-
right.
These are all at random, so yeah, I can only apologise.
Nothing against
or,
New Who, I just
Well,
don't retain it as well. I had no idea
You
about
shouldn't
the
have
Mox
said
of
that.
Balhoun.
Did we?
oh,
do we
Richard.
ever
You said
find
it was
out more about
random. You said
that?
it was random.
Did we
It
find
is
out the
random,
answer
it's
to that Mox of Balhoun one?
He was a solicitor or something, didn't you say?
Oh,
I know.
okay.
Solicitor.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
list. Yeah.
I know. I didn't know that, if I'm being honest, but it's fine. Okay.
Love how we all just
So-
went, oh, yeah. So-
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember, yeah.
Yeah, well, everyone knew that. Shut up.
Jack, back to you. Here we go. Right. So, what was extraterrestrial martial art was the Third Doctor fond of using?
Controversial.
I want the full
Ooh,
name
the
for this.
Venusian
I know it's
version.
controversial.
Aikido, isn't it? Yeah.
Sorry, I think it may have been me
Or-
talking over you.
Yeah, it's all right.
Venusian
Sabotage.
karate.
Yeah,
or something,
Venusian
wasn't it? Yeah.
Sabotage.
In Aikido, yeah.
Richard, is it karate early on and then Aikido later?
I
Yeah. believe
so. Yeah, I can't remember
That's
when
right,
it
yeah.
switches, but
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they thought karate was too aggressive, and they thought Aikido sounded a little bit less.
well, you're using. My brother's a martial artist, funnily enough,
Oh,
and he
well-
says Aikido's about using the energy of the opponent
There you go.
against them,
Yeah,
which I suppose fits a bit with the stunt work they used to do because he's always tossing people. Well, that's the wrong word to say. He's always throwing people on the ground
He's always-
as they.
tossing them off all the time. Yeah.
Sound like that bit, God.
It is now going
Yeah,
to be.
sorry, did I
my
get that
ringtone.
then?
Right. So, yes, of course you did. Sorry, it's just because I
Okay,
just
good.
didn't hear it. I think.
Thing
I
is, a
wouldn't- I don't know
Venusian
why.
in the show is established as having like 3 eyes and 5 legs or something. So I'm not quite sure how he learned Venusian Aikido.
No.
Because there's one depicted, actually.
I thought you were going to give us a demonstration then. So...
I did. I was like, he's getting up out of his chair.
Yeah.
And he said he didn't want to move unless he had to. So.
No, I was going to... The drawing of the Venusian from this book.
What's the book,
amazing.
Richard?
Oh,
What's the
Venusian
book,
Lullaby.
Right.
It's very out there, I must admit. It's
Is
very
this a
hard
wilderness
sci-fi.
gears? Is this a wilderness?
Yeah,
gears?
Missing Adventures. This one.
Yeah. Have you read all of those, Richard, or a lot of them?
I've read quite a lot. I've read all the new adventures
Right.
and the Eighth Doctor adventures. I've got most of the Missing Adventures. I bought a Galley 1 the other month. I just went a bit crazy because the prices were too good to pass up. I only missing one, which is Cold Fusion, which is like £500 on eBay. So I don't think I'll be getting that one.
And who's in that? Which Doctor's in that one?
Well, I think that's why one of the reasons why it's so
27, isn't it?
popular, because it's technically a Fifth Doctor novel, but it also
Right.
features the Seventh Doctor and the Doctor's wife. It is heavily implied.
Not the TARDIS.
No, not the TARDIS or Riversong. His actual wife with whom he had children.
Or did he,
the
according to
road.
the latest episode?
Well,
So this is the grandmother of
decide on
Susan.
that.
This is the grandmother.
presumably, yeah. It's still all a bit hazy. I've only ever heard the Big Finish adaptation of it, because as I say, I don't have the book, so...
What is the name of the child who the Doctor and Clara meet at West Country Children's Home?
Is this little Danny Pink? Or is he called? No, he's called.
Unfortunately not. That's not. Quickly
he's
before I
called.
pass it to someone else.
Okay,
I've
no.
seen Adam absolutely going crazy. Go on, Adam.
Isn't it Rupert Pink?
Ah! Yes, it is.
Yes.
That's he changes his bloody name. Oh yeah.
Terrible.
That's your favourite series, isn't it, Adam?
Series 8, best modern New Who season. I stand by that. That is.
I would agree. So I'm ashamed.
Oh. It's all right, Stephen. We've got there's plenty of time. There's plenty of time.
Okay, and of course we may.
To be fair,
yeah,
he was Danny Pink.
He was.
Yes,
so they
he
met
was.
him.
What, but he wasn't.
He
Oh,
wasn't called Danny Pink then.
No,
you
it's
know.
not. We can't have this technicality again. I think I asked Jack once, why did the Sixth Doctor regenerate? And
That was a
God.
I think it got
Yeah.
to
What a
the right way.
ridiculous!
What was
I think the only answer to that is tumultuous buffeting, is it not?
Yeah.
What was the question verbatim again?
Oh no!
Oh,
Started
God.
something
Oh,
now.
I think it was. No, I think what caused the Sixth Doctor to regenerate. And Jack, you said what was on the card and what the actual reason was as well. And I was really
I think
very
Stephen's
impressed.
asking about his question.
Have I just jumped a time track?
Oh,
he doesn't give a shit about the Sixth Doctor. No.
Of course I don't.
He wants that point, man.
What was my question verbatim again? What was it? Read it again.
it was, what is the name of the child who the Doctor and Clara meet at West Country Children's Home?
It's the young Danny Pink.
It does say name.
Right,
What's on his birth
Stephen.
certificate, Stephen?
It doesn't
wrong.
say what's on his birth
No,
certificate.
it doesn't, to be fair.
To be fair, though, it is what is the name of the child, and when he was a child, he was Rupert Pink.
Oh, you've changed your tune now, haven't you?
No, I know.
See, Richard's just trying to seed chaos here. He's not even into it.
I am
He's just like,
Sutek.
He's just,
Behind me, I leave only dust and darkness.
he's just remembered me beating him at the BFI and thought, hang on a minute.
Yeah, wiping the floor with this. That was. This is my new mascot.
Yes.
To bring you Sutek's
Sutek.
gift.
He needs a new battery though. His eyes don't work anymore.
It's like my eyes, really.
Is that from the set? Is that from the set, the big set with all the...
Yes.
Not set as in Sutek.
No, not that
The
set.
set, yes.
Yeah.
The big character on the set. I think it's time to move on.
I believe
lost
it's
that
already
point. Fair enough.
happened.
I'm going to
Let's try
honourably
again.
admit that I didn't get that question right. You bastards. Carry on.
Adam,
Hello.
it's your go. Hello. So, after all that, which Third Doctor story centres around an archaeological dig at a place called Devil's Hump in a village called Devil's End?
The demons.
Correctly pronounced.
Or the daemons.
No.
Daemons.
Ah.
Hold on, Jack. Love that.
Oh,
On page 38, I think it is, of the demons, Barry Letts has an asterisk that pronounced demons, DEEMONS. Richard's going to go and get it now.
But then doesn't John Pertwee say at one point?
Oh yeah.
Does he say they're the daemons from the planet Deimos or something?
He does.
Like that?
He does.
Yes.
But then in that story, he also says chitin and not chitin. So
that's in the Green Death. He says.
That's right. Yeah.
He says chitinous. And
Yeah, chitinous.
Somebody wrote into Barry Letts and said, "The reason I'm writing is how to say chitin."
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, because that's up there though with like all of the doctors except for Pertwee pronouncing Spyridon correctly.
Oh, yeah.
Or Metabolus or whatever Matt Smith said that time.
Oh, Metabellus.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah, Metabellus.
And the fandom went, what?
Ofcom got phone calls that night.
Shah, I'll leave that up to you as host, whether you want to go off pronunciation or.
No, I wouldn't do that. I think I'm quite kind in that regard. I feel like I'd let you off for a little bit, kind of a couple of mispronounced things there and then, and we'll just mock the doctors that did it wrong instead.
I temporarily can't find my copy of the Demons, although it's either on the commentary or you've got it. Either on the commentary or in the documentary, Damaris Heyman says it's actually pronounced diamonds.
What?
I
don't think it is.
Stymie everybody.
Is that like chameleon or whatever it was that Olivier said?
Chameleon.
Yeah.
Chameleon.
Chameleon.
Oh God.
How are you getting on, Jack? You doing all right? Are you finding it?
Richard, have you found the page? It's page 30,
I haven't.
38, 48.
Well, the only problem is I've got like an omnibus edition here with the Time Monster in, so it might be on a different page.
I will find it. Hang on,
I love
have
the
you got a
Time
moment?
Monster.
Wait there.
I'll go for it. Why not?
It does say the working title is the Demons.
Charlestial Games, Phil.
We're all such Doctor Who fans. It's like we quibble something, then immediately three people are like, we must find the answer.
Get the reference material.
The wiki. The wiki. TARDIS wiki right now.
That thing has saved my life on multiple occasions. I won't lie to you.
I found it.
But
I found it, Stephen.
Can someone? He's got it too.
On my copy, it's on page 83.
You found it?
Yeah.
Compare notes.
It says in I don't know if it can focus, but it's phonetically written with two E's to go demons.
I'll put you up big.
What page is it? What page is it on in yours?
83.
Oh, the reverse is 38.
Yeah, there you go.
Keep it up there,
and it's on,
Richard. Let's see if we can find it.
And it's on page 83 and mine as well. There we are.
Wow.
It might be clearer on your camera, Stephen.
Yeah, I've got it on a PDF as well in front of me.
Oh.
Really?
I can share my screen real quick if that helps.
Go for
there
it.
It is on, it's on my page. 83
I'd say it's.
Yeah. Oh, hold on one sec.
Like
Let's see if we can see you a bit more. A bit clearer. Oh, bless you.
What can you read, sir?
I notice on here that it is actually spelled Deimos. D-A.
I see it. Yeah, I see it.
See that?
Demons.
If you look up where the quote is,
that's bloody Barry Letts who wrote it, you know.
Bloody Barry Letts.
I've got it. Let's see what's on your. So, what does your screen? Have you got it?
Yeah.
Oh, you got it. Fantastic.
now if you look up where it says
demons.
Where's the
I
asterisk
am,
gone
he
from?
replied. They're demons from the
Yeah,
planet.
right at the bottom.
Look,
No, they're
planet
demons from the
Deimos.
planet
Yeah,
yeah.
So it is Deimos.
It's the
demons from the planet Deimos.
No, it's the demons from the planet Deimos.
It's an awful name for a planet. Let's be real.
Well, it sounds like Damon comes from there, doesn't it? You know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a character from Brookside.
In which period of history is The Time Warrior, in which the Sontarans make their debut set? It is multiple choice for you, though.
Okay.
Medieval, Tudor, Dickens, Elizabethan, or prehistoric?
Medieval.
Beautiful.
Can I just ask, is one of the options actually Dickens?
Yeah,
I didn't realise we'd changed the Victorian era to Dickens.
I mean,
I know. I swear to God, where is it?
Yeah.
Did you miss the meeting where we decided that?
I suppose you could argue he did kind of bridge
well,
a couple, didn't he?
Richard, he arrived. His first novel. What was his first novel?
Well, I know
it was
the Boz
published-
one with Boz,
It was
Diaries
the
of
first-
Boz,
The
or
first
something.
actual novel is published the same year as Victoria arrives on the throne. So you could,
Oh, okay.
which is 1837, and it was the Pickwick Papers.
Oh,
so,
right, yeah.
So you can quite properly call him the Victorian novelist as he arrives simultaneously. So
More important than Queen Victoria.
although he dies in
Absolutely.
1870, so
Yeah.
after that, Dickens is a non-period, isn't it? You know, so yeah, good
And
point.
Victoria
Victoria wasn't
went-
even an option.
Victoria went off the throne in, was it 1901?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
1 second, I'll be back in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay because Richard,
I
it's
think
your
that
turn.
may have been one of the questions I had on the chase.
Was
that
it?
time. Something to do with Victoria.
Ah,
Yeah,
whoa,
I
whoa, hang on a
got
minute.
tongue
Remember you were on
tied
the
to it.
chase?
Yes, I was. Well, during many. So I used to come home and watch the chase over my dinner, and my wife, long suffering, used to get really angry with me because I would shout at the people on the television and just say, "Look, you don't know anything." And then she signed me up during COVID behind my back, and I got an email saying, "Thank you for your application to go on ITV's The Chase." And I thought, I went to her and I said, "What's this?" And she went, "Well, you got to put your money where your mouth is then." I don't think she really expected me to go through with it, but I did. And
I
I
your
got
wife
an
a lot.
audition.
She's
I had
a
an online audition because it was all lockdown. And then I went on, and it was all COVID restrictions, so you couldn't really, shake hands or anything. But I got to meet Bradley, and then I won by the skin of our teeth.
Yeah.
And so I took Lise, my wife, because she sent, it was her idea. I took her to Lapland, and we saw the Northern Lights just as lockdowns and all that stopped. So we were really lucky.
Santa?
Sorry.
Did you meet
she
Santa?
went. She went with her mum came with us, and they went and met Santa, and I stayed and watched a Netflix documentary about serial killers because that's just their role,
Why would you want to meet Santa?
Well,
It's
Why
not that
did
I
that
didn't want to
land?
meet Santa,
What
but
else?
despite being a teacher, I don't really like children very much. So
That reminds me of the dyslexic child who wrote a thank you letter to Satan after Christmas.
fair enough. Fair enough. No, but when,
Just got it.
What are you talking about?
what I'm talking about actually, Richard, is you having a question. I've just realised
fair enough.
you have not had one in a long time.
I'm ready.
Okay, you ready? Fantastic. I'm not, but it's okay. Who links the girl who died, the woman who lived, Face the Raven, and Hell Bent?
Well, there's several things that could link those stories.
But which person?
Capaldi, for one. Peter Capaldi. But I'm guessing
You
that's
got
not
this
the
is a
answer.
multiple guess.
No, I'm
but
just
he is
talking.
right.
When I was on the
right.
chase,
We're
they
gonna
told
have
us
to
to
say
talk
that.
through our answers to make better television. So, who links?
You're thinking about it. It's okay.
Who links?
Phil has been waving a long time, but we'll give him a go, Phil. We'll give him a go. Right, you got 5 seconds.
God,
4,
I don't.
3, 2, 1.
Clara Oswald. I don't know.
I'm not laughing because it's wrong. I'm laughing because my TV's just said you got 60 seconds to power off.
Oh dear.
Where are these? I don't know what to click. Oh, it's right here. It is.
Is that what you're watching
The
us on your
full
TV?
screen. Yeah, because you all look so much better than my teeny tiny laptop. So I thought that was good.
Isn't it the girl? Isn't it the girl of
Ashilda.
Thrones? Yes.
Oh
Phil, well done.
Ashilda.
no, because
Yeah,
she's.
well
Oh no!
done.
The girl of Thrones.
It's all coming back
Technically,
now, Richard.
Technically,
No,
it's
the
me,
reason why I'm doing that is because the
saying.
first thing that jumped into my head
Well-
was Arya Stark.
Yes, yeah. I mean, technically,
That's what jumped into my head.
Technically.
I thought, oh, she's going to mention a Game of Thrones thing or something, and then I just forgot that she was in
would you have
Hellbent.
accepted? Would you have
did
accepted
I.
Maisie Williams, or
Yeah,
did it have
that
to be
one.
the character name?
I think
Me.
I'm slightly nicer than
Me,
Trivial
me.
Pursuit.
Oh, me, yeah.
So yeah, it says
say,
Ashilda
does it-
or Lady Me.
Lady.
Yeah,
Me.
so you would have been right, Jack, if your hand had gone after Phil's. But Phil, you did get that point, so well done. So scores after 2 rounds. We're on our way to someone getting 5. I wonder who it might be. So Jack, Alexander, you are on 2. Stephen, you are on 1. Adam, you're on 3. Will, sorry, mate. You are yet to get 1. Phil, you are on 3. And Richard, you are on 3 as well. So I don't think it's going to take long for this last round to decide our winner,
I don't
especially if one
remember
of
all
you
those
gets it
rounds
wrong.
where I didn't get questions right. But anyway, Karen.
Sorry, Sue, I don't
had
remember
2,
getting
so-
3, but I don't want to argue with it.
Smile nod. Smile nod.
Well, you got 2, Richard. So I'm not sure we got 3 from.
Oh, 2. Right, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Go
There
through
we
the
go,
scores
rightio.
again. What are the
So-
scores again? What are the scores again?
Jack is on 2. Stephen, you're on 1. Adam is on 3. Will is on 0. Phil is on 3, and Richard's on 2. Is that okay?
Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
He's trying to work out how that can be possible.
Let's say-
It's because
I know.
taking points from other people's questions.
Oh, is that what it was? Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All,
We
all
should
I'll
never
say
have
is,
changed these
Yeah.
rules. Yeah.
I think Will's going to start retreating into his t-shirt, like his
Yeah.
t-shirt shows him retreating.
We've got plenty more, Will. We've got plenty more. Don't you worry.
I guess I
Okay,
don't want
Jack,
these
it's back to
B-list
you.
characters like Mox of Balhoun and Sergeant Benton, and
It's just the
Don't
look
let
of the
John
draw. I
Levine
think.
hear you say that.
Rightio. So, Jack, your question is: in Time Lash, the Doctor and Perry uncover a mural. There's a lot of Perry in here. The Doctor and Perry uncover a mural of Carfell, of which previous regeneration of the Doctor.
Third Doctor, John Pertwee.
Fantastic. Do you know what else they have in there?
What?
What's on the locket? What's in the locket?
Who was his companion?
Oh,
What's in the
I
locket
can't-
that they find as well?
I can't remember. I
It's all right. You still get a point. Go on, Richard.
genuinely can't remember. Go on.
Adam put his
Well,
hand up
fair.
first, to be fair.
Oh, sorry, Adam. Go on.
Was it Joe?
It was Joe. Yeah, there's a little locket that they give. Do you remember? Oh, go on. Richard.
Oh.
Just to be really sad, it was also Mike Yates who was on an unseen adventure in the TARDIS with them.
What's that? I swear I really saw Joe.
I like that. I like that.
No, he's not in the locket, but he's mentioned in something. I can't remember where. And then they wrote a book with him in where they go there before it becomes.
I like that.
Oh, they did a prequel,
Well-
did they?
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember which one.
Whereabouts is that placed in the Pertwee era then? Between which stories?
This
does
is
he
why
have
I'm not giving away a million points.
Oh, here we go.
This is like,
Let's get the Target novels out again, folks.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
is he gone to get the book, is he?
Let's get the book.
that's where he's gone. Yeah.
He's gone to ask the cast.
Let's see. Look at you, Will,
I
there.
have them all locked
they're all-
up over here, like that sketch they did.
I was
on
gonna
Doctor Who.
say, is it like that Family Guy episode where Stewie gets his cast of Star Trek in his little time machine and then starts just asking him questions?
Ah, look at them, pickled in time.
in the jar.
I can't find the
Go on then,
specific
Richard,
book,
show us.
but there were a series of novels
Guess they will, but-
that had Joe with Mike and the Doctor, and I think the Carfell isn't actually in the book. I think it's mentioned as happening between books. So they're set between Planet of the Daleks and the Green Death.
Yeah.
Apparently.
There's a hell of a lot
There
between
you go.
Planet of the Daleks and Green Death.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Karen.
It is your go, love. Okay. Which London man... Oh, can't even speak. A glass of wine, I'm sorry. Which London landmark did Mr. Magpie ascend in The Idiot's Lantern under the wire's influence?
Oh, yeah.
It is stated, and Phil and Richard and Adam are ready and waiting to steal it. And Theo or Will. I can't decide. Which one?
We are one.
In the
The one time you should raise your hand, Theo.
Yeah.
Mark Gator's story. Maybe that's.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's what it is.
Don't give him clues, Richard, for Christ's sake. Right, I'm gonna have to make it 10
it's
seconds.
It's Alexandra Palace, isn't it? It's the
Go on, because you've got it. But if you wanna go a little bit further,
the radio mast at Alexandra Palace. I don't know, but has it got a title beyond that?
no.
Just
But I
Ali
wanted
Pally,
to. I
I
just wanted
think.
to see. Just Ali.
Oh right. Oh
Yeah,
right.
you got it.
Okay. Right.
You got it here, Alex.
It's good. All right, I thought that the radio mast had a particular name suddenly. Right. Okay. Yeah. Did I get that one?
Not necessarily. You did get that one.
Okay.
Perfect. Well done, Stephen. That is wonderful. We got there in the end. I knew that you guys were really ready and waiting. Where's Richard gone now? Very.
So I was just
you're the one who said, "I'm not
repositioning my Cyberman on the shelf. You fell over when I got a book. So.
Oh well, we can't have that.
You said, "Oh, I won't get up," and I said, "I absolutely have to." Right. Okay. Fantastic. Adam, it is your go. Are you ready, my love?
I am.
Fantastic. Right. Your question is: Bliss and Ursula sing the 1971 pop hit "Brand New Key" together at a meeting of which Doctor Hunting group?
Linda.
So we'll tango up first. Well done.
Linda.
Perfect. Beautifully done.
But now,
Yeah.
what does it stand for?
No.
Go on.
Oh,
That wasn't the
right,
question.
who's got their hand up ready to? No, I know. Adam's got it, but I'll give an extra point. Go on then, Richard.
No, I pass it
'Cause I know
actually because
it.
I forgot what the first word is.
Oh,
Oh, no, I don't remember.
Jack.
Is it London
Jack.
Investigation and Detective Agency?
I think yes. Is that it?
Beautiful. I'll give you an extra point for that one. That was
Go on, Jack.
And who's a fan of that story?
Oh, hey.
That's not a question, Stephen, that you can get a point on.
no,
Right.
That removes points, I think, doesn't it?
Right, okay. Your question is: what was the name of the planet that the Byzantium crashed on, allowing the weeping angels to regenerate in... Oh, sorry. Let me try again. What was the name of the planet that the Byzantium crashed on, allowing the weeping angels to regenerate in the Maze of the Dead?
I might butcher the pronunciation. It's like
for it,
Alpha
it's okay.
Matraxix or something.
Yeah, he's got
That
it.
is
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
That was no butchering of anything.
I would
ever,
never
but
have got that if I hadn't watched it like yesterday because I was after footage.
It's one of my favourite. Oh, really? It's one of my favourite Matt Smith episodes.
I love
Honestly.
First
part
one they
one.
filmed, wasn't it?
Love part one.
Yeah, it was. It was the first one to film. Yeah.
That bit on the
It
beach.
was. I did ask, Stephen, I already know your favourite Doctor, but I asked you to choose a Doctor at random, whoever you decided. So it's
Hang on, who's
quite
my favourite
nice of a
Doctor?
tie into this.
Who is my
Pertwee.
favourite?
No, it's not. It's Pertwee or Baker.
It's both. There you go.
I knew that. I knew it was a trick question.
And
Some sort of strange merge.
And Matt Smith and Peter
Right.
Capaldi. And Matt Smith.
So when you say they're
you
both,
can have four.
is this like in the moment where they're regenerating?
They've all bi-generated.
Sort of half and half.
In the classic series, I can't
did.
choose. In the classic
Bizarre
series,
Picasso.
in the classic series, I can't choose between Pertwee and Baker. In the revised series, I can't choose between Smith and Capaldi.
Solid,
I honestly, I get asked it constantly, as I'm sure you all do. What's your favourite? I can't answer it. I don't have a favourite. I love all of them. I know that sounds really
But do
ridiculous.
you really love all of them?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay, well that's
Equally.
to your credit.
Yeah. There is a type of Doctor that I prefer.
Well, okay.
Go on then.
So the more eccentric, the more alien, the less human. So Troughton, Baker,
Okay.
McCoy, Matt Smith. But I think there's sort of three types. There's the more human, the more
like Tennant.
The more, Tennant, Davison, Whittaker, shooting Atwell to some extent. Then you've got the more acerbic, grandfatherly one. Obviously, the First Doctor, Capaldi, Sixth Doctor. But for me, I like all of them. It's like when you say, like, what's your favourite song from a band that you like? Like, it depends on the day, and there's so many different eras. So, so I honestly don't have a favorite. I have a favourite story, but I don't have a favourite Doctor.
That's fair enough. What's your favourite story?
Remembrance of the Daleks is my favourite.
Yes, good choice.
But that's
gorgeous choice.
Partly because it was I was born in 84, so McCoy was the last Doctor around when I was just about conscious enough. Although I don't really remember watching it live because I was only like 5 when it went off the air. Remembrance of the Daleks was one of the first ones I got.
My dog decided to just stop laughing a bit. Sorry.
Remembrance was one of the first.
She's showing her
VHSs
disdain for Remembrance. Yeah.
Philistine.
Philistine.
But someone asked me that the other day, and I think the reason why I like Remembrance so much, apart from the nostalgic element, and because it's got the Daleks in it, is because I think it was the first piece of media, whether a book or a film or whatever, that I felt I was sort of consciously aware without someone pointing out to me that it was about something more than just the story. It had themes and issues that it was exploring. And I know some people think it's a bit knock it over your head kind of with how unsubtle it might be. Although I think when you're making it for a mass audience and for children, sometimes you need to be a little unsubtle to make it clear, And I suppose that marks for me an important moment in my appreciation of films and books and things where it could be about something more than just explosions, but the explosions are pretty cool as well. So
they're pretty cool. I mean, I it's quite funny because this is actually not part of the games at all, but it's a lovely conversation. But Mr. Hawkins, I'm actually really intrigued. What is it about the Eighth Doctor that you just love so much?
Well,
because I knew you were going to come out with that.
Being the age that I am, I was born in 85, so I imagine much like you, Richard, the age that we were around about the time that the TV movie was on was kind of like I was 10, so it was kind of like the perfect age. I'd already watched a bit of Doctor Who, some of the BBC Two repeats and things, I'd watched Dimensions in Time was my first live, properly live new Doctor Who that I watched. But the TV movie was like that was me getting excited as a 10-year-old. So I sort of latched onto him a bit then, and then when I went to uni, I started reading the Eighth Doctor adventure books. And then I started getting the Big Finish. And so most of my expanded media I've got has just ended up being Eighth Doctor, because I figured you can't get everything. It's so much. So I'll focus on one Doctor, and I chose to focus on him.
Yeah.
So
it's when we've done our own. It's when we've done our own podcast sometimes, in the background, you tell me about how you got like the Eighth Doctor mainline stuff. And that you'd always be like, oh, I'm running out of space. And then you'd be like, I'm fuming because, like, say, the River Song series has a story with the Eighth Doctor in it. So I've got to get that.
Yeah.
And now this series has got this with the Eighth Doctor. So it's just,
yeah. So annoying. They keep putting me in all these other series, and then I have to buy them.
You got to know all the lore.
I'm a completist for the Eighth Doctor stuff. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And Adam, I know that you're very you love our underdog, Mr. Sylvester, don't you? You love our Seventh Doctor.
Yeah, I love Sylvester.
Yeah, is he your favourite, or is?
I think Capaldi's my overall favourite, but I do love Sylvester because when I got into Classic Who, I started with the Three Doctors was my first one that I saw classic wise, and I fell in love with Pertwee and Troughton and Hartnell as well, but. I don't know why it ended up this way, but a lot of my early Classic Who watchings on DVD were of McCoy, like Remembrance and Ghostlight, Curse of Fenric, like all that stuff. And I don't know, I just love it. I love his portrayal of it, both even like the clownish stuff in his first season that people dog on, like, Delta and the Bannermen and stuff like that. I just think he's very captivating to watch, and I think he's a great performer. And I just love his Doctor, so... Yeah, I love our Sylv.
I saw his audition tape floating around Twitter the other day as well, and it's just so great how
with Janet Fielding.
got it.
Yeah,
Yes.
With the thinly veiled, I am the Iron Woman. I wonder who that's meant to be. So...
We're talking about Doctor Who's never been political.
Oh, never, ever.
It's all so subjective, though, isn't it? And a lot of us came to it as children,
completely.
And that's and that's why it's often a mistake to be very critical about other Doctors, because a lot of fans, well, so many of us, we cherish those childhood memories so dearly. That you can hurt.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's a connection with your past and with a time, perhaps, when you felt safe and
absolutely
comfortable and all that. Yeah. So there's more of a special aspect to that. That's why they always say my Doctor. It's that usually when you were that age.
Yeah, I mean,
though for me, I think part of that is because I became a fan in the Wilderness Years. Although McCoy was technically the Doctor, he wasn't on television. So for me, all 7 of the classic Doctors were my Doctor, because I used to watch the tapes at different times.
What was the first story you saw, Richard?
Well, that's the problem. I don't actually remember. I have a vague memory of a Dalek next to a brick wall, which I'd love to think is Remembrance of the Daleks, and I remember watching it. But I think it may just be constructed in my mind, because that is one of my favourite stories.
That sounds like the last confrontation between McCoy and...
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I don't know if I just invented that later and sort of slotted it into my memory.
Very similar.
I have a memory of the bit from Battlefield with the Doctor being hit by that weird snake probe in the underground ship. But I'm not sure if I saw that when it went out or whether I saw a repeat later on. But... yeah, I don't really remember. That's the thing. It's just
I love it when people do remember, because Will, you walked past a TV showing Sontaran Experiment at your grandmother's, wasn't it? Is that your first Doctor Who memory?
Oh, no way.
Will's
for that.
There we go.
I was like, yeah. It's like my laptop's a bit sluggish. It was during staying at my grandmother's, and the cliffhanger for the Sontaran Experiment was playing. So he takes off the helmet, and I just ran out of the room screaming.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I was watching.
Oh, wonderful.
That was I had a memory like that, but I'm the same as Richard. I don't remember what my first one was. Clearly, I have vague memories like you did, Richard, but mine are of the maggots from Green Death. Probably on a BBC Two repeat, but I don't know if that was the first one I saw, but it might have been, or it might have even been the Peter Cushing Peter Cushing movies that I saw before any of the TV stuff. I don't know.
Well, it's strange, isn't it? Yeah. What about you, Jack? What do you remember?
I was about to ask. Yeah. What's your first?
I think I said last. Yeah, I was good. Well, I was like, I think I said last time I was on as well, and I think it's very similar to Richard. I got like my mind has constructed this idea behind it being in my head. It's the Silurians, my first one, but
because you chose 15 as your Doctor.
That was repeated.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
It was 99, wasn't it? Yeah. It was,
but
it repeated Spearhead and...
I have this...
Yeah. And then they gave up and showed Genesis of the Daleks.
Did, that's right.
I have this like weird like...
story, though.
Yes, yeah, they did, yeah. But I have this weird sort of memory, like, which I think must be constructed of John Pertwee going into a house, taking off the hazmat helmet, and there being like the back of a Silurian's head, and the cliffhanger sting as the Silurian turning around, which doesn't happen at all.
No.
So
sounds like a
you
combination.
watching the Philosopher's Stone just before that?
Well, no, but these so-called blended memories, we all have these, don't we? I was adamant that that when the Sea Devils, I was Adam and the Ant. I am from Sheffield, and hang out in a bar called Mr. Kites, but that's another story. There's a question later on in my round which relates to that. But anyway, sorry.
No, I can't believe we're still on the first round.
I know. I told you, Phil. I tried to warn you, darling.
The first.
I would like to get a better
filming for Matt Smith.
I was convinced until the Doctor Who Monthly started to release lists of what the episode endings were, what the cliffhangers were, because we couldn't see the stories. Bear in mind, in the early 80s, that the Sea Devil burning through the door in episode 2 of the Seals was a cliffhanger. That the Ogrons burning through the door in episode 1 of Frontier in Space was a cliffhanger, because they were the two moments that scared me the most, and I remembered them as cliffhangers. Of course, they're not. You know, the cliffhangers of both those stories are pretty lame, actually. No, my first Doctor Who memory is the Sea Devil burning through the door in the Sea Devils and running into the kitchen and saying it was too frightening. I was terrified. But I know that
I said that was the same. He ran away too.
But I know I'd seen Doctor Who before that because I knew what it was. But I don't remember what the stories were. I don't remember having.
I wish I could remember like a clear memory. But
yeah.
I think I'm quite lucky like that because I remember it from the revival I saw from the revival, and I remember the first one I watched. It was The Unquiet Dead, and I remember my granddad was the one who sat me down and watched it. My mum was never into it, although she is a casual viewer now. I'm glad to say, but she never watched it. And my granddad described it as, "Oh, I watched it when I was a kid. It was about an old guy that went around with a schoolgirl," which sounds very odd nowadays. At the time, yeah, I think my mum was even a bit like, "Okay," but he sat me down because I went to go and stay with him one Saturday. Sat me down and watched it with me, and he said, "Oh, that made the hairs on the back of my neck stand up." And I, as a kid, loved being scared. Anything that was scary suited me to a T. So that was me, and I loved the Ninth. And but Matt Smith is my Doctor. But Will, who would you choose as your Doctor? Because you've given your earliest memory, but what made you think, "Oh my God, oh boy, this is what's going to keep me here"?
Yeah, Ninth Doctor, Eccleston. I remember.
Hang on, I thought the 5th Doctor was your favourite Doctor.
No, I think that's
give him a
true.
minute, Stephen, for Christ's sake.
I do think that's still true, but I think the older I get and the more I live in Salford, the more I just become Eccleston. I don't know. I walk around Heaton Park decrying the state of the world. But anyway, yeah, but I remember watching The End of the World specifically, and him and Rosa having that argument, and he like full on yells at her. And it's sort of, I've not really seen a protagonist like I was like 12 years old. I've not really seen a protagonist like this before. But like it's so earnest and he's so sympathetic. And like there's a really great Big Finish box set with him recently with River Song. And you think, okay, it's just the Big Finish dartboard. It's Ninth Doctor, River Song. There we go. But it's actually really good, and it's kind of like made me appreciate how much he brought to that role. And on my live stream the other day, someone linked me like a press conference or something that Eccleston did like a couple of months before the series broadcast that I'd never seen before.
I know. You played it the other night on your live stream.
Yeah,
and I'd never seen that before. And
same.
He was so articulate about the relationship between the Doctor and the Dalek. It was brilliant.
Because he didn't watch Doctor Who or really care about it, but he still gave so much consideration to the character, and it's on screen. Like it's not a load of homework that he did that wasn't capitalized on. It's on screen. It's such a well articulated performance and so thoughtfully done. And it's only 13 episodes, but it was magic. I'm starting to find another favorite Doctor though with everything Big Finish is doing with the War Doctor. John Hurt,
okay.
Jonathan Carley. Yeah,
Jonathan Carley. Yeah, he's excellent, isn't he?
He's certainly a lovely guy as well. But the work is so good. I'm always so excited when a new War Doctor set gets announced. They've even got a little John Hurt here.
It's the scores. I know Stephen's not here. Scores are Jack, you are on 3, Stephen's on 2. Adam,
I'm pretty sure Jack's on more than that.
Hang on.
Yeah,
I got an extra one.
Whoa, everyone chill the fuck out. Go on.
Can I just say, Phil, Adam, thanks guys, you got my back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Got a point after.
If I got a score wrong, that's totally fine. Did I miss a point of Jack's?
Yeah,
because you said last time
apologize.
you gave the scores, you said he had 3, and you've definitely given him at least 1 point since then. So
I have. I'm so sorry.
Richard, does Bradley Walsh say that on the chase? Like, whoa, everyone calm the fuck down.
You'd be surprised, actually. He's so casual. He comes out. He knows they're going to cut. He's obviously got an earpiece in, and we can't hear what he's saying. But he would just improvise between questions, stuff that clearly wasn't going to go in the show. He would say, "Oh, I thought it was that one, but I'm thick as shit." And you're like, right, okay. They'll cut that bit out, I'm sure.
One big surprise
Richard,
for me
is there a link
working
to your
on-
episode?
I don't know, to be honest. I had it on my TV box, but as I say, it broke, so I've lost it.
If you find it, that's great, because my friend's mum went on the chase, and she said, he said, "What are you going to do if you win the money?" And she said, "I'm going to take my son to New York." And he was gutted because she didn't. She got a new kitchen instead. So I always like to sort of see.
To be fair, they ask you. You have to have something in mind to say.
Let's go, Phil. Your question is, of what organisation? I'm not giving you that one. You'll know it straight away. But do you know what? It's random.
Yeah, give me that
Whoa,
one.
hang on.
No, hang on. You can't start it and not.
It's random. So, of what organisation are Yates, Bell, Benton, Grant, Shaw, and Sullivan members of? If you don't get it, then I think I might kick you off.
Phil, it's Linda. It's Linda, Phil.
Alford Lads Club.
Units.
Well done, Phil. Nice one. Okay, so Richard, your question. Company, it is random. That's how you know it's random. So, what does Richard? What does TARDIS stand for? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, what?
Well, that's contentious, of course.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
There's two alternatives.
I mean, I was slightly worried that she'd ask me what unit stood for, and then I'd have to go, was it United Intelligence or...
Yeah.
What is it though, Phil?
Is it United Nations or Unified Intelligence? Which one is it? Ooh.
I don't know. What are you asking me for? I don't know, Doctor Who. Right, okay, so Richard, your question is, what kids magazine that ran from 1971 to 1994 is on the tables of the hair salon inside the God Complex? I watched this last night. So it's the only
Just give me those
reason I know.
dates again. 1974. He got what does Benton work for? And I get a magazine in the God Complex.
That's
Honestly,
not fair.
no, I'll give it a crack. So
Random.
it ran
It's
from
okay, I'll give you the question again.
1974.
What kids magazine that ran from 1971 to 1994 is on the tables of the hair salon inside the God Complex?
Oh, there's a few I could guess, but I'm not sure. That seems a bit.
Was it 71?
It's a really hard.
71 to 94.
Or...
94,
Probably one I
yeah.
got
If you
when
get
I
it
was a
wrong, though,
kid.
Phil, you lose your point.
I got a feeling though that.
I'm not that confident. I was just going to take a random guess.
Retract.
See, I want to say.
Give it a go.
This isn't my final question.
Yes.
My final answer. I want to say the Beano, but I think the Beano started long before 74.
It did.
71, wherever it was. So I would say. The only one I think of is the Dandy, and that's even older.
Started even earlier, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not, I'm afraid. I'm not afraid. Do you want to give one final go? Because it
Dennis
is a
the
hard one.
Menace.
Unfortunately not. Phil, give it a crack because you're the first one with
I'm
your
going to
hand
get.
up.
It's not going to be the Beano because the Beano is still going. They
Oh,
still
it
sell
is,
the
right.
Beano.
Yeah. I saw it
Dandy
today.
only finished a few years ago, I think. I'm going to go for Look In. Look In.
Good shout.
Spot on.
Is it? Oh, Phil!
What?
Oh,
I don't even know that one.
Bizarrely, the one I
I used to-
I
I
don't
used
even
to
know
get
what
it.
it is.
I used to
Looking.
get it,
wow.
and I used to get it, but I disapproved of it because it only dealt with ITV.
Yeah, only dealt with ITV program. I remember seeing. In the
I
early 90s,
found my people.
like-
My wife always rolls her eyes when I say, "Oh, it's ITV." Yeah,
I know.
she's like, "Oh, the BBC."
Didn't Tony watch that?
if they turned the telly off before I went to bed, I would always make sure because the buttons were like cigarettes. I would always make sure it was pressed into BBC One. So if anybody came round, they wouldn't think we'd been watching ITV. That's how big a BBC snob I was as a child.
I only know
It's a bit of
that.
one of
If we
those.
were burgled, I would have been appalled that the burglars had thought we'd been watching ITV.
I only know that
Will,
answer because it's like one of the very few children's magazines I remember from the early 90s. And I only ever, I think, bought like 2 issues of it. But I have this vivid memory of it and of an issue which was talking about the early 1990s Superboy TV series that existed, and there was a feature on that in it, and that's the only reason I remember that magazine. And I thought I'd go, well,
it used to have pin-ups, as they called them, not posters.
Oh, that's why he knows it. There we go. That's the real reason.
Hang on, that's more about you than me. That remark of characters from Space 1999 and Tomorrow People, which were the only two ITV programs that I really gave a shit about because they were science fiction.
Well, do you know what? That is a beautiful way, Phil. Well done for getting that correct, because that means that you are the winner of the first round of Charlestial Games.
Phil.
Finally.
I know.
Can I just say, Doctor Who Trivial Pursuit?
Thank you.
Doctor Who Trivial Pursuit is mad. What organisation were Yates, Bent, and so from?
I know.
What
and then looking.
The
I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. So that is our round done. Now, I assigned you guys teams.
Phil won. What were the other scores?
So Jack was on 4, Stephen, you were on 2, Phil got 5 in the end, Will was on 1, Adam, you were on 4, my love, and Richard was on 2 as well. Sorry, 3 as well on that one. So that was a good round. It was a good round, but this time I feel like it's really going to be the one, because you're in teams this time, but not in the way that you think. There's always a twist at the end, as I said.
In the way that we think. We're not playing like Russian roulette or something, are we?
Yeah, you've all got a Magnum.
Oh my God, there is.
You've all got a 44 Magnum in the desk behind you. Right, so I did say that you guys were going to be in teams. Now, Stephen, you were paired with lovely Phil down here. So it's not just going to be you and Stephen. It's going to be a little bit of a tournament. That's why I wanted 6 of you. There was a reason why. So Stephen and Phil, you are going to be against... Don't look so scared, Jack. You're going to be fighting with Richard and Jack to death. No, to what I like to call Charlestial.
She wants to fight, do you?
So, Mr. Tardis and Adam, I'm going to have to get rid of you just for a second. And what I need you to do, so it's going to be a little bit of a tournament. This is how we're going to decide the second round, which is going to.
Do you have to write something down?
Yes, this is where you need your pen and paper, loves. So let's get this. So get them all correct. I'm ready. So Will, you're down there, love. So Jack, you're going to be against one of your buddies. So you're going to be against Phil. And it is your turn to pick the letters. So the aim of this game is that you're going to pick consonants or vowels. I will be the one to do that for you. Think of me as Rachel Riley, just without the great looks and the short skirts. So I'm going to do that for you. My dog is barking in protest at it already. And what I need you to do is literally pick consonant or vowel. We'll do it just like countdown. And I don't know if I can say that, so I'll blur the word if I get any sort of copyright on there. And what we'll do, anything Doctor Who related, anything over 4 letters, you get a point for each letter. If you get the highest one who gets the highest points wins. So it's your turn to pick the letters, Jack. Are you ready? It's a brand new game.
But what are the rules?
That I'm really excited about.
We've got to out of the letters. The letters. So out of the letters we get given here, we've got to come up with words, and they have to be associated with Doctor Who, and they have to be over 4 letters.
Try your very best.
Okay.
No, darling, that's not how it works. Right, so you can see the ads I'm getting on here. I'm so
sorry,
my cookies.
Sorry, Shah. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, darling.
Am I quieter than everybody else?
Yeah, perfectly.
I'm going to.
You're a little bit quiet.
You're a tiny bit, but I can hear you still. But then again, my mic is really close to my face.
Can you remind? I know you because you're all shouting. Okay, what were the rules again?
Basically, it's going to be a bit of a tournament. So although you are in a pair with Jack, and Jack is going to be representing your team right now, it's going to be a tournament of who wins that goes round to the next round. So you'll see that Mrs. TARDIS and
I'm in a pair with Phil.
Yeah,
no.
you're in a team.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh, I don't know why you've rearranged it in that sort of way. Let me just pop you down. Sorry. Jack,
yeah, I'm
you're
getting a
with
bit
Richard, aren't
confused.
you? Let me just pop that. Yeah, no, that's fine. There we go. I fixed it. So, Jack, are you going to go for vowel or consonant? What are you thinking?
I'll go for a vowel to start off with.
Yeah, right. You just keep going until you tell me when you're ready to stop. I've just realised I won't be a second. This is why it went wrong the last time, wasn't it, actually? Because I couldn't quite understand. Yes, so you keep going. So you went for a vowel first. Let's go.
Okay, a consonant.
Yeah. N.
And another consonant, please.
D. Oh, God, Christ.
Hey,
Hey.
vowel, please, as well. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it just double clicked for some reason. Did you want another consonant anyway?
I'm sure I would want one at some point. I'll take another vowel.
Yeah.
Please. Right. I'll take another consonant, please.
I know.
Wait,
Yeah.
was that an I or an L?
That's an
That's an
R.
R. That's an I, sorry, yeah.
I. I'll take another vowel, then another consonant.
Okay, I
I
and
actually think wouldn't it
S.
be great?
There we go.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
God.
Oh.
Come on, guys. Just think of any word now, I'm thinking.
Literally.
Who cares? Any word over 4, and I'll give it to you.
any word over 4.
Lovely. Right, Jack.
I was going to say,
what
wouldn't
did
it be
you get?
great when it came up with end? I really thought it was going to say end of time because it would have.
That's
fit
what I was saying.
So
exactly.
did I. I'll be honest. So did I. Jack, did you get anything?
I got half of gridlock and end. It's all because I can't find anything else.
That's okay. Richard, what did you think? How did you do?
I didn't realise I was playing.
I thought it was just me. I thought you'd said it was just me and Jack. To be fair, the way you explained it sounded like it was me versus Jack in that round.
That's okay.
Sorry, I could give it a go now. I'm rubbish. Despite being an English
Richard.
teacher, I'm rubbish at anagrams. So I can find.
Oh, it's really hard to find this, guys.
Again, I'm sure Sutek is there somewhere. We just need to.
I can find Rise, which is Rise of the Cybermen.
Yeah,
that's fine. If it relates to a Doctor Who episode, I did say anything Doctor Who related. I can do it.
Adam's just said, "Let him in."
I've seen, but you guys go first. So we've got
let Phil go
Rise,
first, yeah.
Got a 4.
Did you say so? It's still.
And then
I'm sure a second ago you said, "Oh, any word will do." It doesn't have to relate to Doctor Who.
It doesn't have to. But you get an extra half a point. That's what I'm going to put
Are we
in
just
now.
playing countdown now?
Yeah, why not?
Like, I thought this was fucking Doctor Who stuff.
Well, I got 6 letters, I think, if I've spelt it right. Rinse.
Does it have anything to do with Doctor Who?
Yes. I'm sure I can find a reason why rinse has got something to do with Doctor Who.
Well, you know, when John Pertwee was having that shower, he would have had to rinse his hair off, wouldn't he? You know?
Exactly, yes.
Stop helping your people.
I stood in that shower.
Richard, help him.
Phil, if you don't
it's
get
ornate,
it,
isn't it?
I'll be honest, it is Doctor Who related. What I meant is if you can relate it to Doctor Who, you can get a word. That's all I meant. I'm so sorry. So can you relate it? Can you relate rinse to Doctor Who?
Well,
apart from when John Parker, where he was in a shower.
No, he got rinsed.
Stephen, you still look like you're playing. What have you got?
Well, I've got ringside as a word, but it's nothing to do with Doctor Who. That is a word.
Ringside.
I mean, it is a.
Oh yeah.
And what about Stephen? What about the greatest show in the galaxy?
Richard, stop helping people.
Well,
he's on my team, so.
What's going to say?
So.
Who's that? What?
You've got a ring. That's what a
He's
circus
not.
is. A
Jack's
circus.
on your team.
Yeah. Ring.
Oh yeah, sorry.
It's a boxing match. Isn't it?
Sorry, Jack.
That's why I've got you in the order that you are.
Sorry.
Richard is having
I'm on the hard stuff now.
Richard is having memories of wishing he was on my team at the BFI. That is a word, ringside, but it's nothing to do with Doctor Who. Although it's more to do with boxing matches than circuses, I think, ringside, isn't it? But I'm failing to see a Doctor Who connection.
That's okay.
Can you give us
I
a
think
clue?
I'm going to have to skip it.
Can you give us a clue?
Fucking what? I've got the letters there. The clue is.
Adam said he's got one. Bring Adam up.
I know. Adam does say that he's got one, so I am going to bring him in. Adam, I'm poised and ready. I know. I've seen it. Adam, what are you saying, love?
Oh, I'm in. Well, as I said, Will's got a 6 as well, but I got a 5. I got Idris, as in the name of the TARDIS in The Doctor's Wife.
Very good.
Beautiful. Well, go on.
Well, me and Adam are on very similar wavelengths. I got inside, as in the TARDIS is bigger inside than out.
Nice. And
inside
the
the spaceship.
alternative
Nice.
name, exactly, inside the spaceship. Yeah, there you go.
Inside the Astrid, yeah.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Don't tell Kylie.
She's gonna get a shock. I'm flummoxed at the 2 people that I didn't have on. The ones who got something. I am gonna go for.
I didn't realise I was playing. To be fair, I wasn't paying attention. Was I?
Come on, Richard.
I've got one.
Go on.
Oh no, I haven't. Sorry, I misspelled it. Forget it.
No, go on.
I was going to say Nida. I was going to say Nida, but it's Y.
Oh yeah, Nida.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that's the ancient Dahl spelling of Nida.
There you are. Thank you, Richard. You're right. You've got a book to prove it. Go and find it.
Will, you know for a fact the minute it's our turn, we're going to get nothing.
Oh yeah. But it's okay, Adam. Don't panic. We've got this. This is my notepad.
It was a really good shot, you lads. I'm gonna have to say goodbye to you just for a second until you're back on. I won't be a dick. Okay, right. So I'm actually gonna give it to Jack and Richard because Jack played it properly and thought of the word and thought of why it was related to Doctor Who, I believe. But you're probably about to tell me I'm wrong. So I'm gonna give that point to you guys.
No.
Oh, I don't give it to you guys. That's fine.
No, I appreciate it.
That's fine.
I'll take it.
I just didn't want to rejoice in case there were any objections. That was all.
Personally, I
Flipping my
I'll happily
mine,
take that.
in rain. And,
I say it's mine. Right, Phil, it's your turn to pick the letters. What are you going for? You can't just say A, B, C, D. It has to be vowel or consonant. I didn't make that clear. Or I can do a random thing for you. Come on.
The vowel.
Yeah. I.
A consonant. Consonant.
Why?
Another
As
consonant.
in, why not exactly? Why did you pick it? Yeah.
Why?
Consonant. J. Why did you do that?
Another vowel. I should be writing these down, shouldn't I? Oh, another I. Consonants.
8.
Consonants.
R. Oh.
Vowel.
I.
Oh, come on. How many eyes do we need? I'm going to go for another vowel. We need a different vowel.
A.
There we go.
Consonant.
Consonant. Okay, perfect. Here we go.
Am I playing this as well?
Yeah, everyone's playing it.
Sorry. Okay.
Oh, God.
It's a little bit of a beat, isn't it, this?
Yeah, it brings back horrible memories.
Bill, go on. Is there anything there?
I haven't got anything.
Mr. Tardis and Adam seem to be bringing up the rear. I'm not going to lie to you. So, is there anything that you guys have got?
Yeah, and they've twisted the knife as well because they've said in their comment, I got the obvious for.
Yeah.
The obvious.
I saw.
Are these just random letters then? Yeah, they are, aren't they? Okay,
Yeah.
right, yeah, right, okay.
Yes, darling, yeah. At least this way you know that I'm not cheating with anything.
I have a 4. I don't know if it's the obvious 4.
Didn't they have to be over?
Go on then. What's your 4?
I think 4.
No,
above,
4 or over.
Oh,
Yeah,
4
4
or over. Oh, okay.
So I got Peer, as in P-I-E-R, which is part of the title of a 6th Doctor Big Finish story called Peer Pressure with Evelyn Smythe.
Isn't it also aren't
okay.
I was going to say aren't
Chat's
the
killing me,
Fourth Doctor and Romana with K9 near
Brighton
is it
Pier.
Brighton
yeah.
Pier in
yeah. It was a Blackpool.
What might be clutching at straws a little bit there, Jack, but yeah,
Stephen will
that's
remember.
fine. Richard and Stephen.
Of course.
Anything.
You mean Philip and Stephen?
That's what I said.
No, you said
What did I
Richard.
say?
And Stephen. You said Richard and Stephen.
Sorry. Sorry. Philip and
Everyone's
Stephen.
getting mixed up. Okay. Well, I've got a 3-letter word, which is Yip, which is the surname of the Chinese actor who was in Destiny of the Daleks, David Yip, who was also in The Singing Detective as the lead actor. Yeah. So that's 3 letters. But that is very specific, and it was on the telly as well. So that's quite good.
It's very good, but let's bring Adam and Will in because they have been shouting in the chat that they've got the obvious 4.
Hang on,
Go on, lads.
wait, I've got.
I'll let Jack go. Let Jack go. Let Jack go.
Excuse
Go on,
me.
go on, Jack. Go on, Jack.
Yeah,
Go on.
she's not got to.
Go on.
So I've got. I don't know how I relate them to it, but I've got hype, and I've got ripe as well. So, but obviously, HY for hype and yeah. But I don't know how I'd relate them to a Doctor Who story.
That's okay. Right, Adam and Will.
The
Go on.
50th anniversary had a lot of hype around it, you know.
I know me and Will were saying we might have the same one, but I must admit I don't watch Countdown regularly. I must consult with you, Shah, as the rule maker for this.
Yes.
A name's not permitted.
Names are absolutely permitted.
They are okay. Well, the one I
Adam, we're trying to link it to fucking Doctor Who. It has to be a name.
Well, the one I got was Perry.
Yeah, Perry.
Oh, you're right. That is bloody obvious.
I did also.
I didn't think of that.
You're right though, Shah.
3 as
Perry
well.
has come up a lot tonight.
I did get.
It has. It really is.
I got I, which is like the 3rd Doctor.
In Latin, brilliant.
In Latin, yeah.
We're just going for Roman numerals now, yeah.
Numerals.
That's just show how much of a nerd I am. I thought you were referring to his height, which I think you could spell here. H-I-E, maybe.
H-I-I-I.
Okay. Well, I hate to say it, but because it is in teams, I did give Jack the point, and it does mean that we say goodbye very briefly to.
Sorry, what was his
to
answer?
Flip and
What was his
Stephen.
answer? What was his answer?
Hi, we got Perry from. Jack and Richard won. I'm just calling you Rich now because I can only deal with one syllable, obviously.
That's fine.
And Bill and yourself, Stephen, didn't manage to get the point.
Yeah, but
so
what was
it means
Jack's answer? What was the answer for the point?
I can't even tell you, Stephen. I
can't.
Mine was
remember.
Peer.
I fucking checked out.
Oh yeah, Peer.
Mine was
Yeah,
Peer, and I think
That's
Jack
a bit unkind, Jack. I
had,
put a lot of effort into this.
I know.
Yeah, but what was the winning answer?
I can't remember. You're asking me
Wasn't one of
something
your-
I can't remember.
Didn't you say hype? Wasn't that one of the words?
Yeah, hype.
No, This
I know
is
that.
the first one.
Right, I don't know.
No,
Oh.
it wasn't that was the
Oh.
winning answer. It
I-
was that you
I
guys
can't
didn't
remember.
manage to
Who
get one.
knows?
It was in the no, I can't. It was in the first one that you guys did, and
Okay.
I am getting increasingly drunk.
Shah, use your
and
executive
you guys-
powers, please.
I think it's that I got half of Gridlock and the beginning of End of Time. That was
Yes. There we go. So I'm gonna have to say goodbye to yourself and to Philip, and that means that Richard, it's your turn to pick the letters this time.
Okay.
And Will, seeing as you might be our probably best equipped at countdown in a weird way, it is your turn to pick the letters too after Rich. So Richard, you go first. Don't you laugh,
so
Jack. I've
first up-
put a lot of effort into this.
I'll have a vowel
Yeah. E.
and another vowel
You.
and another vowel.
I.
Okay. Consonant
T. Oh.
another consonant.
N.
And a vowel.
I.
I really want us to
Look
spell
at
Likes
the
eyes,
eyes.
doesn't it? This, yeah.
I know.
Consonant
V.
and a consonant.
N.
And another consonant.
Ooh. Oh, here we go. Who knows though? Who knows? I'm not playing it. Of course, Stephen and Phil, if you have any idea, pop it in the chat and we'll bring you up.
That's so annoying.
Anyone?
I got a 4.
I got 4.
I've got a 4, but it's a very tenuous 4.
Oh.
I've also got
That's
a
okay.
3,
We'll
and that
go
one's
with your
really, really tenuous.
Yeah, I've got a tenuous
Let's go
4
with
as
your.
well, I think.
That's all right. Richard. Let's go with your 3 first, and then your tenuous 4.
Well, my 3, this is kind of like playing 5 degrees of separation a bit. My first 3 was Rev, and I thought of the blind Reverend from Remembrance of the Daleks.
Oh my god!
Or even Reverend Wainwright from The Curse of Fenric. I told you it was tenuous.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
What's your tenuous 4?
Well, I put Ruin, and I thought, first of all, Ruins of Skaro. But again, very tenuous.
Okay,
Please,
that's
please.
fine.
Please.
Jack, what was your 4?
Unit.
Oh my god!
So, yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? See, I'm rubbish at these. I
Gorgeous.
just can't see them.
So right, you're so right.
Gorgeous. Okay, Adam, sorry, Will, you said you got a 4 as well.
Yeah, it was unit. I also got turn, as in turn left, but
Nice.
that was my
Okay.
backup choice.
That's fine.
Uh,
And Adam, what did you get?
I mean, it's not as solid as Unit. My tenuous 4 was Tune, Tune, because I thought of Maestro in The Devil's Chord and them playing a tune.
Nice.
But no, Unit's more
okay.
solid though. So
You can also get
Right, this is
Yorin.
where I need you guys to get your. What? How many letters was that? Sorry.
You can also get Yorin for 5. I don't know how that works for Doctor Who. But...
oh, the thing in
I don't know.
hang on. It's the thing in oh god,
It's, what,
isn't it
it's
the
the
thing in
vat of acid from Vengeance on Varys.
No, I
That
was thinking of the what's the little fucking
Go on, if you get it, I
gremlin
might
thing
just give it to you.
the thing in It Takes You Away, the little gremlin thing. He talks about we all the time, doesn't he? No, I'm serious. That's
What?
right, isn't it? I'm
Oh,
not
the-
misremembering that.
The frog.
The
No,
guy in
oh.
between the worlds
What's he
who
called?
comes out.
though?
They cut a load of
Like,
stuff out with his character,
he's,
didn't they?
He's called like Muddles or something.
It's
not
Ribbons.
called
Yeah, he has like moths,
Ribbons. That's
doesn't he?
it.
Ribbons.
I swear he talks about you.
Yeah, Ribbons.
I'm not making this up. I swear. to
Wasn't he
God.
played
That's all
by?
right.
He was played by that comic actor
It's a
who's
pretty
really
big
famous.
name, wasn't it?
Who was in Spaced and
Kevin Eldon?
that's it. Yeah, and then there was
I
a whole
swear.
bit with him they cut out. I think.
Yeah,
There was like a whole other
creature.
monster.
It's
or
put.
something.
It doesn't quite count.
I'm going on DoctorWhoTranscripts.com right now.
Do you mean it doesn't quite count? You can't spell fucking ribbons with those letters.
Okay, so I just looked up the transcript.
You're in your div.
Graham says that Ribbons stinks of his own wee, and Ribbons is like, that's not my wee.
That's right.
He doesn't say urine, bugger. So... God damn it.
So you've both got 4. So that means we're going to go to a bit of a sudden death because we need to do this. So because Jack, you got the answer with 4, and Will, you also got the answer with 4, that means it's between you 2. I did say it was a tournament. So Adam, I'm going to say goodbye to you for a second, and yourself, Richard, it is between you 2. So how do I do this? I didn't think this far through. I'll be honest. Okay. So, which doctor did you pick again, Jack? Because I have
15.
assigned numbers to your doctors. And what number did you? What did you pick? Well, what would be your doctor?
Oh, okay.
I've assigned numbers to all of them. Okay, so 15 was actually assigned to the number 2, and 9 was assigned to number 10. So, Jack, it is your turn to pick the letters, and this is where you could be the winner of this round.
Oh no, I'm gonna. Will hasn't had a turn to pick the letters, so I'm gonna let him do it.
That's okay. You can do that. That's fine.
I'm happy with that.
Go on, Will.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Shah. I'll take a vowel, please.
Yeah, A.
See, I've worked on Countdown, but I've never actually done this. So this is very strange to me. So, a consonant.
S.
Another consonant.
G.
Oh, I was hoping for ASS. Damn. Gonna get another consonant.
C.
And a vowel, please.
E.
Another vowel.
A.
A consonant.
R.
A consonant.
X. Oh, great.
And another consonant, please.
F. Here we go. Let's go. Come on, guys. To the point. I've got every faith in you. Lads, what are we saying?
I got a 6.
Oh, I got a 5.
Oh, okay. Well, let's hear your 5.
Grace, as in Grace from 13th Doctors.
That's fine.
Mhm.
Jack, for the win, what is your 6?
Yeah. Or Grace Holloway from
Or
Shows
Grace
where my
Holloway, yeah. Holloway.
Yeah. So my 6. In Torchwood, episode 2, day 1, the enemy is sex gas.
Yeah.
I absolutely will accept. Well done.
That's what. Yeah, I'm happy to have lost to that one.
Yeah. Congratulations.
I could see it happening, and I was like, "Please, there be an X. Please be an X. Please be an X. Please be an X." And I was like,
So I like how both of our answers were Chibnall.
I tried not to let it show because I was just so worried.
That is bloody fantastic. I won't lie to you, guys. Sex gas.
Fair play.
Can we all just give a round of applause? Applause for the
absolutely.
for the winner of round 2.
Sex gas.
Wonderful.
Where does the
sex
second S come from?
I knew that story would come in useful one day.
Oh no! Hang
only
on,
got
hang
one
on.
S.
Oh, discrepancy!
You can't use the S twice.
Discrepancy!
Listen,
Oh,
Where's
Jack.
what's her name?
I didn't see
Susie
that
Dent?
first. Did anyone? Yeah, where's Susie when we need her? Oh, Jack, I'm so sorry, but
wait,
Will.
was there only one S?
That means
yeah, there's one.
yeah.
Was that a Torchwood answer that won there?
But
It
he didn't
was,
win
but-
it. 'Cause
It doesn't
He
count.
didn't win. I just want to congratulate Will for winning the second round.
Go ahead, Will.
I'm sorry,
we were
Richard.
So blindsided by how clever that was
No
that we
worries.
actually forgot it didn't work.
I forgot as well.
I bet they've done that on Countdown before. They've tried.
It happens more often than you think with the numbers. They're like, okay, where are you getting the second 5 from? Wait, what's this? Happens quite a bit. But it was fun to see Jack and Stephen against each other for the countdown.
I was really hoping, and those
it
last
felt like
two
I was
letters.
watching the chase again, and it's the 2 first Doctors getting in a scramble.
I really thought with those last 2 letters, I was really hoping for a D. I don't know if anyone else was, because then it would spell Asgard.
Oh yeah. Is that mentioned in Doctor Who anywhere? Like
yeah, I think in
and in extended
in the
media,
Curse of Fenric or something like that.
No, 11 and River say, or River says
something in The Girl Who Died as well. That's all Vikings and Odin.
Yeah.
Oh, fair.
Now, guys, we've played 2 rounds of Charlestial Games, and Phil, of course, you slayed with the winning of the first round. Will, you won the second round. Now, we've got a special round that I don't usually do very often. Jack, don't you worry, darling. You might just have time to pull it back, but it could be the decider as well. I do believe a certain Mr. Stephen Noonan has got a round for us all, in which hasn't happened before in almost 5 Charlestial Games, actually, one of which I never posted. I have never played, so it's my turn to be in the hot seat as well with you guys. So, Stephen, have you got your quiz ready?
Yeah, I have. If I can find it, and there are 20 questions, I believe. So I don't know how we're going to. So I don't.
Am I going to have to mark the scores?
Well, I don't know who's going to mark the scores for this, but let me just. I need to find the quiz.
I'll do it. I have got 20.
Yeah, I bet you will.
Marks. Everyone else is 0.
Oh, 50.
Shall we mark our own?
Sorry, guys.
We all answering every question by writing it down.
I think the big question is does Shah get to take part in this?
Yes, she does.
This round.
I do. I'm really excited, actually, because I've never been able to play the actual games. I think what we'll do is the classic teacher method of when Richard knows, when you don't want to mark the answers yourself, pass to the left and mark your pair.
So
I think it's the only way to do
there are.
I am familiar with that. I'm not quite sure how we'd achieve it virtually.
There are in fact 21.
Adam, here you go.
Yeah. Wait. Thanks, Jack.
Shall I score it?
Where'd that come from?
I think. Are we doing it one question at a time, or are we doing?
Yeah, how are we going to
writing them down?
There's 21 questions. So shall I do 2 from one to the next? I think like as in the past.
Yeah. Do it that way. That way it's a lot slicker.
Right,
so the first one is the quotation is, "This is my RV, you see. It's my reacting vibrator."
Ooh.
Is the voice a clue?
It might be, yeah. In fact, they're in chronological order, so you might guess what.
Okay, I think I know that one.
Okay, I'm just guessing. To be fair,
I don't know. I heard vibrator and I got excited.
I didn't get excited. I was more like, oh.
With these,
so did the Doctor.
The early ones,
it has 5 settings.
Do we need the individual episode title or the story title? The serial title?
Can we do the story?
The story.
It's got to be
I'm pretty sure this one doesn't have
the
an
story.
He's onto it, and in fact, there's something rather remarkable about this story, as Richard probably knows. But we'll
assume he's the only one who knows here.
Well, I think we know that he's done his research in the past. Whether he's remembered any of it, of course.
I'll probably get it completely wrong now.
Has everybody written down an answer?
Yes.
So
yes.
After the episode,
should we go around and find out what we each one
episode and story or story?
Okay. Yeah.
No.
I'm just a story bet first, and it's a guess. So Jack, go on, you're first. So your answer, kid.
I put the Aztecs because Hartnell gets engaged, and I don't know.
You got up to some nasty business in the cocoa orchard.
That's where we got engaged.
Yeah. So yes, and Adam Martin.
I put where is it? The Daleks Master Plan. It's not particularly based on anything. It's just what I went for.
Shah?
I also put the Aztecs.
Okay.
Oh.
And Mr. Tardis?
Savages.
And Richard?
I put the Savages.
And Phil?
Put the Edge of Destruction.
Right, Mr. Tardis and
Ooh,
Richard
also
Cleverdick Films are right.
Hey.
And there's a reason why an episode title would not be, because it is the very first story,
An episode
which has no individual episode titles.
That's right.
It's in fact the last episode of the Gunfighter says next.
Is that why you said it,
episode,
Richard?
Doctor Who and the Savages. So
Yes.
I think it's episode 1.
I wasn't sure at first, and then I thought First Doctor, and then I remembered
I
that
was really
photograph of him standing in front of the hedge with the Savages behind him, and he's got his vibrator in his hand.
No.
It's not what you think it is.
I
I
was getting confident, even though it was against when Jack said the Aztecs. I was like, yes.
I only remember that because I was going to do a joke about it in my Hartnell marathon, but I realized it would have been the same joke as the Romans when Nero says to Barbara, like, "Close your eyes," and you'll get a big surprise.
Yeah.
And then I do a spit take,
But
and I was like, I can't do that joke twice.
We
so.
expect Nero to be lecherous. We don't expect Bill to be lecherous, do we? Or
Jolly good smack bottom.
Okay, so I'll mark this. So Mr. T.
I'll mark it anyway, but yeah, that's fine.
It was Mr. T and Richard who got the mark.
The fall.
Yes, Mr. T.
Okay,
go on then, next one.
Question 2, and the line is, "Oh, that's marvelous, isn't it? The Doctor asked me to protect it." Oh, that's marvelous, isn't it?
Did you say these are all lines spoken by the Doctor?
By the Doctor, yeah.
Okay.
So this is Doctor 2. Oh, that's marvelous, isn't it? The Doctor asked me to protect it.
Doctor asked me to protect.
It's the first line he speaks in this episode.
Don't give us any clues, Stephen.
Well, that's all I'm giving you.
No, I'm very happy to receive clues.
I know I'm wrong, but I'm just gonna have to guess at this point. I don't know. Is everyone ready? Sorry, Stephen, it's your round. Go on.
It has a very particular significance for me, this line. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I've already written my answer down. I don't want to change. I'm not going to change it now. It's fine. Go on then, Jack.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'll just put it out of my vision. I got the moon base because I don't fucking know.
Okay. Adam.
Yeah, mine was a complete guess. I've gone for the abominable snowmen.
Okay.
I've also gone for the what Adam went for. But I think I put abdominal by accident. Abdominal snowman.
Abdominal snowman.
Sorry.
I didn't realize.
Yeah,
you've had too much ice cream. What did you say?
What you got there?
I went Sea Devils because I didn't realize it was meant to be Second Doctor.
And
Stephen was like, "Oh, it means a lot to me." Oh, Sea Devils. There we go.
That makes sense.
Yeah. No, in a different way.
I really can't remember this at all, but I remember the Second Doctor, assuming a character in the Highlanders.
Ooh.
Dr. Von Ver. So I don't know if he.
Good.
Dr. Von Ver. Nice.
Your eyes.
Power of the Daleks. I thought he might be referring to the First Doctor.
Okay.
Oh, of course.
This is the first line spoken by Doctor Who in my life, right? I'll give you another clue. He'd had the previous week off, and he's just woken up.
It makes it harder for me.
Wait, hang on. Is it? Oh no. I don't know.
Is it Wheel in Space? When
yes,
like,
well done, Mr. Tardis.
Oh,
well done.
That's what I was going to
It's
write.
Wheel in Space, episode 3. which is
I normally fall
born-
asleep by
questions
then.
after
to be honest.
I was
I
born,
don't like being a contestant.
I was born on the Thursday before that Saturday. So
Was that
so-
Troughton's first week off? As in, like,
it
the first time
may-
he takes time off
I don't
filming?
know. I don't know that. I don't.
Well,
know
that's
that.
the introduction
Yes,
of
'cause-
Zoe. That story.
It is
so-
indeed.
Because in that episode, he goes by John Smith, doesn't he?
That's right.
Yeah, that's the first time because Jamie gives it because it was written
That's
on
right.
on like a X-ray machine or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And
I always
Fabulous.
I've got to know Wendy Padbury very well, and I always remind her that I was born the Thursday before her first appearance. She said, "Oh, shut up." Okay, question 3 is this is the quotation. Well, by a rather brilliant last-minute course correction, I managed to materialize the TARDIS inside the spaceship.
Oh, Christ.
Well,
If I
by a
get this
rather
wrong,
brilliant
I will-
last-minute course correction, I managed to materialize the TARDIS inside the spaceship.
Oh, I hope I've got this right, or else I'll be really upset. Is everyone ready?
No.
Well, by a rather
I can hear it.
last-minute
okay.
course correction,
I can hear
managed
it
to-
too, Richard.
I
Yeah.
managed to materialize the TARDIS inside the spaceship.
Oh, Christ.
I mean, obviously, it's,
Oh,
it's
it's
helped by the
between
excellent
three for
John
me.
Pertwee.
Oh, that,
but it's
yeah,
like,
that does help.
what's
That
the
does help,
story?
but-
I know. I've got 3 running through my brain right now.
Well, by a rather brilliant last-minute course correction, I managed to materialize the TARDIS inside the spaceship. Joe. There's
I
another
can
clue.
hear it.
Narrows it down.
I've got a guess. I'm not confident in it though.
I'm
I've
not,
gone
but I can
completely
hear
blank
it.
on any Third Doctor stories where they've gone on a spaceship. I can't think of any. I keep
Okay,
thinking
well,
of the
well,
unit.
before we all
Yeah,
start giving each other
that's the thing.
clues, let's have the answers. Jack, have you got an idea?
I went Frontier in Space.
Okay,
I can't.
okay.
You know.
Adam?
I went for the mutants.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh God, no one's doing my one. Yeah, God.
Jennifer?
Richard. Oh, is it me? Sorry.
Yeah.
I went for the Time Monster, but I know it's not.
I know it's a favourite story of yours, and it's greatly to your credit that it is. William.
Frontier in Space.
Mm-hmm.
Good at that, yeah.
I put Frontier in Space as well.
And
Philip. I knew I put it wrong.
I haven't put anything.
But it's
down.
just
I
because
was
there's
going
spaceships
for a
in Frontier in
complete blank.
Space, not because I
So-
remember.
Oh, good on you.
you
You're on
could have just
yourself.
put any old Pertwee story.
No,
You
that
might
would be
have
cheating.
could put Inferno.
There's the
Anything.
Doctor Who values in action.
Yeah, we like that.
Honesty.
We like that. Go on then, Steve.
Say Inferno, just to say you've got a third
I
serum.
I can inform you that Jack Alexander, Baron William of TARDIS, and Robert Carrier, the Great Gourmet, all got a point.
Wow.
Because it's
Well
one,
done, guys.
it's one of the few Pertwee
that.
stories
Only one
where
I'm
the TARDIS lands in a spaceship.
Isn't the mutant?
I knew it wasn't, but you know when you.
Huh?
It's a
I
space
was running that map in
station.
my
I
head.
think,
I was like,
in
Space station, space.
I know. Adam, did you say the mutant?
Oh, for Christ's sake.
I didn't say the. Is that a space station?
You get credit for the location.
I'll take the
being
credit. I'll
not
take
inappropriate.
any credit at this point. It's,
no points for
No.
Adam.
Come on then, question number 4.
No point.
Question 4. No prizes for guessing which Doctor this is. In which Doctor? In which story does the Fourth Doctor say? Quite so, quite so.
no.
That's it. That's the whole quote.
That's it.
That was
It's the
Stephen.
only story in which
Oh.
he
Is that it?
in
Is
which
that
he
the whole-
quotes the first Doctor, as it were. And there's a subsidiary clue with another line from the same scene to give you a bit of help. But I'm going to leave it with you for a moment.
So we've got a 1 in 42
Yeah,
chance.
please do.
Okay, cool.
It is very amusing to hear him say it, though. You know, because quite so, quite so.
Please tell me I'm not alone in that we're all taking like a punt guess at this.
Wild guess.
Yeah, no, I've
Wild
got
guess.
one.
Yeah, I am too.
Keep
Don't
going.
worry.
I'm very ready
I
to
got-
change it though.
Do you want another line from the same scene?
Please,
Yes,
Oh my God,
please.
please.
You see,
Yes, please, because I
in the
quite
space,
so.
in, In the space surrounding an electrically charged body, there occurs an electric potential proportional to the charge Q.
I think
Got it.
Richard's got it there.
You see, in the space surrounding an
Richard,
electrically
I
charged
can hear
body,
Rich typing away his answer.
as long as
Because
he's
I had to
not-
read it relatively recently, so that might have given it away.
Oh.
If you were paying attention to my
Oh.
anecdotes 3 hours ago, whenever it was.
I wasn't. I won't lie to you. I forgot about that, sorry.
My memory isn't that good.
I've changed my answer, so in the unlikely event that my original one was correct, I'll be fuming. But I don't think it is.
Right, I've got an
I'm
answer,
keeping my
but
answer the same.
Go on.
Yeah, I think
I got-
you might fit
I'll
with
just go
that.
for it.
Can we have the answers?
Go on.
Yeah, I gone Destiny of the Daleks.
Okay.
I've gone for where's this? I've gone for the pirate planet.
Okay.
I hope you're right, Jack. I mean, Adam, sorry.
Is that what you put as well?
I hope you're
Oh, fuck
right.
you. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pirate Planet.
Yes, let's go.
William.
Invasion of Time.
Okay. Richard.
Good answer.
Now, I put Horror of Fang Rock.
And Phil.
I put Talons of Weng Chiang.
Okay.
That was what I put originally.
Okay.
It's Horror
can
of
you-
Fang Rock, isn't it? So who got that?
So the only person who got that right was Richard. So well done.
Okay, well done. So the scores I've
That's one of
got
my
are as
favourite
follows,
stories,
just so
that
we're
one.
all up to date.
It's one of
Ja-
mine as well.
Do you know what? It was one of the three that went through my bloody head as well. I just thought I'd go for it. So Jack Alexander, I've got on as 1. Will, I've got you as 4. So you're very close to actually winning Charlestial Games episode 4. And Richard Carrier, I've got you on as 3 at the minute. I
Okay,
might be
so
wrong. I hope
next
I've got that
question.
right.
Yeah. So
3 in this round.
In this round,
Yes.
Jack Alexander's got 1. Mr. Tardis has got 2.5 because he got the wheel in space
Wow.
late.
Yeah.
I've been
and-
very nice to you, Will.
And the great New York gourmet has got 3 points. So he's ahead.
Ready to take the plunge.
Okay. And this is the 5th question. No prizes for guessing which Doctor this. And this is the line is, and the TARDIS won't help you.
Oh, brilliant.
Just
Right.
cyberbullying.
And the TARDIS won't help you.
I don't-
Do that again, Steven,
On the
just
fifth
once more.
Doctor now, is that
so
what
the
that was?
delivery is distracting.
And the TARDIS won't help you.
I think the
I'm
delivery
ready, I'm
plays
so
into
ready.
the answer, you know.
Do you think delivery
A
what?
little bit.
I think the delivery plays into the answer. Possibly. I don't
Okay.
know.
Well, it's got that hysterical.
And the TARDIS won't help you. It's verbatim, and but the tone intonation is exact. I think.
Yeah.
Go on then, Jack. You're up.
Oh, see, all these ones so far have been linked
While
to...
you're doing that, I'm gonna.
Oh, okay.
Steven, you're meant to be here, sweetheart. Oh, hey, we've got a musical number.
I loved that theme as a child. All creatures great and small.
It is.
See, that's another thing. Is we say it about remembering our Doctor as comfort and nostalgia. And
Yes.
that theme. Everything's right with the world when that
Tristan
theme
in
plays.
space. Tristan in space.
Give me the
Okay.
feels.
Yeah.
So, do we have an answer to this question?
Yeah. See, like I said, I was basing. I've noticed all these have had some connection to you, so my head wanted to go Terminus, but
You've
I wrote
frozen.
Earthshock.
Oh.
So
Okay, thank you.
Earthshock.
Oh.
I put. Hang on, where is it? I put 4 to Doomsday.
Oh, good answer. I've put Earthshock too.
Yeah, put Earthshock, but a complete guess.
Richard.
I put Earthshock because I remember the 5th Doctor having an argument with Adric at the beginning about calculating things. So I thought
Nice.
maybe-
Yeah. You're all logically in the right direction.
But
Phil.
we're all wrong.
Phil
I
hasn't
think.
given his answer
I'm
yet.
not going to be right. I put the 5 doctors.
It was a trick question. He actually says it to the pteroleptil in the Visitation.
Oh.
Do you remember it now?
Yep. No, I do.
Is
Adam
it still
would
the
get that
sixth
one.
question, though, darling?
Okay, no, this is the 6th question. What are all of the locations in the story The Chase? So where
All of them.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to name each of them, yeah?
You've got to go. No, where does the chase go?
I'm trying to think of. I think I'm
Trying to remember
I
the
have
order.
one.
You don't have
Well,
to
you
have
were-
the order.
Yeah.
We
Don't
have
worry
to get
about
them in
the
order, darling.
Okay.
I've got 5 locations here.
Right.
I've got one, but I don't know if I've got 2.
Oh.
I can only think of 2.
I think I've got it.
I can think of
5.
I think I can
Did you
think
say
of
5,
2.
Stephen?
I've got
look.
5. I've got 5 written down, but I'm prepared to be challenged.
I don't know. I think I got you. Okay.
I think I've got 5. I think I've got 4.
Yeah.
I've got 3, Stephen. How many is it out of?
There's 5. There's
Got three locations.
locations.
So I've got 4.
I've got 5.
So whoever gets the
I
highest.
think I've managed 5.
I can't.
I assume we're not
I've got 3.
including locations that the time space visualizer shows.
No, we're not.
TARDIS
We don't want Gettysburg Address, wherever that was, Washington D.C. or Boston or where the hell that was. No.
Whoever gets the most locations gets
wherever,
a point, yeah?
wherever the Doctor and the Daleks coincide. Those are those.
Is everyone ready?
Oh,
I can't
I've got
think of any more
4.
than 3.
I can't think of another.
Jack Alexander.
Okay. I had one down, but I've just scrubbed it out. I've said the top of the Empire State Building, the Mary Celeste, the theme park / Hammer Horror Monsters, the Mechanoid Homeworld, and London. 1965.
Right.
Oh,
then.
yeah, well, I was asking
it's a
actually
perfect freeze.
for the encounters between the Doctor and the Daleks, but that's an interesting suggestion. Of course, they do eventually. Ian and Barbara return to London, don't they? Then, okay, that's interesting. Adam Martin.
So the 4 Jack said, like, Empire State Building, New York City, the haunted house / theme park, whatever you want to term it as, Mechanus, the Mary Celeste, and then I believe the 5th one is Iridius. I think, but that's what I put anyway. It's where they meet the people in the funny outfits, and it's where Hartnell goes "Hello, Fred," you know.
Charlie. Yes, all that. Yeah,
That's one.
yeah. Huel Bennett is one of the fish people. He was quite a well-known actor later on. Shah.
The seas dried up.
I've got it completely wrong. I've got it completely wrong because all of these are in London. So I've gone completely wrong.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I love a parallel universe.
What locations have you got
Are you
then?
thinking of
Charlie?
Dalek Invasion of Earth?
Oh, bless.
I think
or,
I might be, yeah.
Evil of the Daleks? Or...
Oh yeah, true.
So I've gone for Kensington, Embankment, and Regent Street. But I know
I
what
think
I'm
you're thinking of
of.
Dalek Invasion of Earth. Those...
Or
Regent Street in Dalek Invasion of Earth.
I think she's read Virginia Woolf's Mrs. Dalloway, possibly. Mr. TARDIS.
Yeah, Mechanus, the Mary Celeste. I just put Haunted House and New York City for Empire State, but I forgot the name of the desert world. I think Adam's right.
Yeah, he is right. He is right. And Richard,
I didn't write that down because I forgot the name of it, so I've got 4 of them.
I got Iridius. I think I've put them in the right order. Iridius, Marie Celeste. I can't remember where the festival was. It reveals at the end, but I think it's somewhere in Africa. So I put Uganda / Kenya.
Well, nice try.
And then in brackets, Spooky Place.
Yeah.
Empire State and Mechanus.
Yeah. And Phil.
Yeah, I got the Horror House, Mary Celeste, Mechanus, and Empire State Building, but I didn't get the other one.
Okay. Adam Martin and Richard got full marks. Nobody's actually. It was. But Jack got 4. So which
Well
is
done,
good.
Jack.
Oh, but you won't let me have London 1965.
Do we get a mark for each place we
Phil,
got right?
And Phil got 4 as well. I think you
good one.
should. Yeah, I think you should. Unfortunately,
Well done.
Jennifer,
Okay.
it was amusing though your answer was. It was a nil point one. So Richard got
That's okay.
5, Philip got 4,
Yeah.
William got 4, Adam Martin got 4, and Jack Alexander got 4.
Perfect.
Adam got 5, didn't he?
Adam.
Oh yeah,
You
sorry.
get
Adam
yeah,
got
I'll put it
5.
down as
Adam got 5. Adam got 5. Beg your pardon, I can't read. Oh yeah. What story was airing when Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band was released?
Oh. Testing me ears now.
Not a clue.
What answers, Jack?
Is it Evil of the Daleks?
And Adam?
I also went for Evil of the Daleks.
And Jennifer?
I didn't even know what to say, if I'm being perfectly honest. I
But
was.
you could have done right. You could have said any old story.
All right, fine. I'm just going to go for what I've written down. I put.
You put what?
I don't know.
Sorry,
You put what?
it glitched
Candyman.
there.
It glitched. What did you say?
Yeah.
Candyman.
What?
Candyman.
I think the
Candyman.
Happiness
Oh,
Patrol.
Happiness.
Got the
Candyman.
Candyman in.
Okay.
The Candyman.
Oh, sorry. I thought you
Right,
meant
yeah.
more monster. Happiness
That's-
Patrol. Yeah. Why not? Oh, it's
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Thought you were naming the horror film where you said his name multiple times in the mirror.
Isn't that something to do
Candyman,
with
I think I said
Stephen
it 3
King?
times in a row as well, Will. Yeah.
No.
Aubrey Woods.
Any of the Daleks, Richard.
Yeah,
And
that bit in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. If you watch it when he's singing his song "Candyman Can," who was then in Day of the Daleks, wasn't he?
He was indeed.
He flips up the bar.
I know, and the
And
little
you
girl
watch it,
head.
smacks that girl in the
Little girl gets
face.
hit.
I've not seen this.
It's brilliant. It's fantastic. Will, Google it.
Yeah.
It's
You look
fantastic.
it up.
Yeah, but I also got Evil of the Daleks.
William, yeah.
I got Evil of the Daleks.
I put Spearhead from Space.
Okay. Well,
Not a bad guess.
I think I gave it away, didn't I? By saying it could have been.
And I still got it wrong.
Yeah, me too. So
Yeah. But Jack got it right. Adam got it right. Mr. Chance got it right, and Richard got it right. Okay. And now, name the real Earth delegate in the Curse of Peladon.
Oh Jesus.
These are like proper top tier. I don't know these questions. Mine are Trivial Pursuit. I think I'm very kind in my questions.
I
To be
thought-
fair, I will
one of
remind
yours,
you of the question about the magazine,
magazine.
that was on the desk. And God,
yeah, but all you need there is a knowledge of early
I
90s.
thought I was writing questions for Doctor Who fans. Anyway, carry on.
You are.
I
Can
watched
you
this
say the
like,
question
within
again,
the last
please?
6 months as well.
What was the name of the real Earth delegate at the end of the story?
Do you know what? I watched this not that long ago.
Yeah,
And
me too.
When they
Literally
repeated it,
about a week ago.
when they repeated it in 1982, there was a French kid who was on an exchange, and he came and he'd never seen Doctor Who, and it was episodes 3 and 4 were compiled into. And I said at the end, I said, "What did you think of it?" And he said, "It was very funny at the end when his wife turned up and she see him run away with a young girl. He thought that the Earth delegate was Pertwee's wife, and he was running away in the TARDIS with his mistress." A very French response.
I was going to say, yeah.
That is.
Sorry if I
that is
was a bit
true.
distracted. I went to watch that Candyman can bit, and blimey, he knocks her head clean off.
Yeah.
Her shoulder.
Yeah.
You will never miss it again. He
It's a beautiful
smacks
bit of
her one.
cinema.
I wonder if it's actually a deliberate joke, a little sort of throwaway joke that the kid.
He
nearly
hated
gets
Well, if
that
they
kid.
did, I don't think they let the kid know.
Where were we? Oh yes, the name of the Earth delegate. Who's got it?
I've got no clue. I just wrote Jesus Christ Superstar. 'Cause-
It's good against
I also-
Danny.
Because it's your favourite, right? Okay.
I also didn't know, so I put Madam Earth because why not?
Nice try.
That's a
nice
good
try,
guess.
Good.
Nice try.
I tell Adam, you could come up trumps there, mate. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Jenny?
I only watched it a few days ago, and this name's ringing a bell, so I don't know why, but I don't know how to pronounce it.
Agador.
I love it.
Agador.
There's always a twist at the end.
You know Agador's the big monster, Shah.
I know. Oh, that's sorry. It just rang a bell with me.
the Earth Elegant, obviously.
What are you
Dodo.
Dodo.
Sorry.
Good. That's where she got to.
And Richard.
I didn't know, so I put Eckersley because I know he's in the sequel.
He's in the sequel. Yeah. Phil.
I just guessed a random name, so I put Delegate Marshall.
Nice.
Oh,
Why
Nice,
not?
nice try. It's one of those characters that's only named in the end credits.
Yeah.
And she was called Amazonia.
what?
Played
Oh,
by-
I was really close.
She wasn't even
Amazonia.
named on screen. I
Played
never
by,
the credits.
played by the inestimable Wendy Danvers. There you are. I was trying to catch you out with these. And so the next one
I can tell.
is...
Wait,
what
is
does
it
the-
when Joe is it hang on one second. Is it when the Doctor and Joe poses it though?
Yeah.
Am I
and
right?
At the end, the real Earth
They
Delegate
leave,
turns up.
don't they? They're pretended to be the Earth
Yeah.
delegates.
Joe sacks off
Yeah.
the Prince of Peladon for Mike Yates or whatever, or the King of Peladon.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
So I'm
then
kind
the-
of right.
Mr. Troughton. In
Don't shake. Go ahead, Joe.
Sorry, Shah, what was your answer that was nearly right?
No,
No,
Agador was
you're not right. I was Agador, but I said
Yeah.
wasn't
No.
it the Doctor and Joe that poses Agador?
Okay.
Incidentally, while we're there, you know how I say sometimes to my wife the thing about Sutek. I also sometimes sing to her the Venusian lullaby that he sings to me.
Haroon, Haran, Haroon.
See? Oh,
Come on, then.
why did
Come
I
on,
have to
then.
be cursed to grow up here?
Haran, Haroon. Haroon, Haran, Haroon. Etc. Yes. The next question is:
Come on.
What does the Doctor instruct Harry to remove from Steyer's ship?
Oh,
I thought these were Doctor Who fan questions that only Doctor Who fans would know.
I think we're all fake fans, clearly.
Say it.
I think you
I
are.
think we are.
I haven't even seen half of the classic era, so you know.
Does anybody know what the Doctor insists that Harry remove from Steyer's ship?
I wrote
Not
bubble
a
wrap.
clue.
Bubble wrap.
Yeah.
No, that's in the Ark in Space, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just put the stabilization device. I've
Nice.
not got a clue.
Nice. Any ideas, Shah?
Nice.
I honestly didn't know. I was going to put the absorber off. I thought definitely not. So I put the TARDIS. There you can see it.
I think you should have put Agador
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. Just put
Probably a
Agador for
better
every
shot than
question.
last
As it's Will's the first story he ever saw. Does he know the answer?
I put thing
on,
that
Will.
feeds him because
Well,
Thing that
because
feeds him.
It's
A
something
nice-
to do with like his sustenance, and he like collapses.
I like your rationality there.
I was holding a cat, so I couldn't write it down
You've
until the last
explained it. You've
second.
explained it. And clever Dick.
I've got a feeling that I thought it was some sort of techno babble, so I
It
put
is.
the triphase modulator,
Well, I think in terms
but I
of
couldn't remember the exact words.
trying to emulate Holmesian technobabble, you probably got closest. And,
I didn't.
And
think-
Phil hasn't seen the story.
I have not seen it.
No.
I don't.
I
think,
haven't seen it
but,
either.
I didn't know what story it's from, so I took a guess. I thought I'd go left field and go. I'm not going to go spaceship. I'm going to go like old-fashioned ship, and I said anchor.
Nice,
That'd be
nice,
good, actually.
nice,
Remove the
nice,
anchor from the ship.
nice. Well, credit to you all for inventiveness, and pluck. The answer is a wonderful piece of Robert Holmes' technobabble. It's the Tyrolean diode bypass transformer.
Of course it is.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
And none of us got it right.
So I knew it was some sort of techno babble.
Yeah.
Duh. How silly am I?
Now, this is one that you all ought to know because this is part of lore. This is part of
Watch us all get it wrong.
Gallifreyan
I know.
history and indeed technology. The Matrix, first referred to in The Deadly Assassin prior to the film The Matrix, was also known as what?
Oh, the...
I think I might know this.
Well, there's an acronym and what the acronym stands for.
Oh, really?
What is
What
the
is
Matrix
the other
also
name?
known as?
Yeah,
The name.
And you get a point for the acronym. You get 2 points for the full. Jack?
I can't even think of a funny, witty answer. So,
Okay, Adam.
I think I've got the acronym.
yeah,
I
I'm
couldn't
going
tell
for-
you what it stands for, but I think it's the APC net or the APC, if you like. I couldn't tell you what it stands for though.
I'll let you
if
all
that
out of your
is the
misery.
answer.
He's right. Carry on.
Oh,
Okay.
spoilers.
Cool.
Oh, hold on. I was at the toilet.
Well,
but
I'm trusting the
actually,
rest of you not to cheat.
I
was in the
actually
toilet,
wrote
so I-
the APC net, but I just
I got McAfee antivirus 30 days.
It does come with everything, doesn't it?
Well, you'll never amount to
What's an
anything in the universe.
antivirus?
You'll never amount to anything in the universe while you retain your propensity for vulgar facetiousness, but which is from the same story. Carry on, Shah.
I got the APC network.
Nice to know.
Am I wrong? I went to the toilet.
you're
I'm really
right.
sorry. I came back.
you're right.
No,
I'm
no.
amazed.
I
you got
put
it,
the
you got it.
APC
Oh, shit.
network too.
Yeah.
Oh.
You should put
Oh,
it
man.
too.
Am I the only one to reveal so far?
Great.
I took a wild guess.
Oh, sorry. I didn't
went
reveal. Yeah,
for
I have
an
got it. Look,
acronym.
there you go.
And what do you put, Phil?
I put TIDSS, TIDS, which is Time Lord
Well, the
in
same
Depth.
to you.
Wait. Time Lord in Depth storage system.
I like that.
It's a better one, to be fair.
Yeah, I like that. I
It's
like
way
that.
better.
I can't remember
like
what
the
APC stands for.
You should pitch that. Phil.
Does
I can't
anybody know what APC stands for? Anyone want
Not a
to
clue.
stab?
No.
Personality, I think P
No,
stands for.
It's
No?
it's quite good actually when you think how long before the web it was. It's the amplified panotropic computer web.
Oh,
or net,
panotropic. Yeah.
or net.
Of course, it's
you know.
panotropic. Yeah.
Does it come with WinRAR?
Seeing as it's 10, I know you did 20. I know you
Yeah,
did
how much
21,
RAM
but
have they
we've
got
quite
on the
Okay.
Gallifrey
We've got.
Matrix?
Whoa, Stephen. We've got quite a clear winner. So we can
We
make
haven't
this the
finished
last
yet.
one. So I don't know if you want to. We want me to reveal the scores.
Go on.
So, Jack Alexander is on 6.
I think we know
Adam
the winner
Martin
is.
is also on 6. I'm on 2, so forgot about that. Will is on 5. Richard is on 11, and Phil is on 4.
All right, Richard.
Yeah, so I think we've got quite a clear winner here.
Okay, so there's one.
But you think of one more because we've got 3 winners. We've got Phil, who won the first round, Will, who won the second round, and Richard, who won the third round. I think
But
you
who
should make
wins
it a
Disco
decider.
Rose, Shah? Who wins Disco Rose?
Well, that's
Are we
you,
having
darling.
this? Is the next question? Is the next question a decider question?
Yeah, I think it should be between these 3. So I'm gonna give that, if that's okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it
Okay.
to those 3. No pressure whatsoever. I'm gonna take
Okay.
myself off as
Here's the question: whose power was derived from an oblivion continuum? Whose power was derived from an oblivion continuum? Do you want a clue?
I'm happy for I'd take a clue if everyone
It's
else.
not a classic era story.
I was going to say that didn't sound classic to
No.
me.
It has revived written all
Mr.
over it.
TARDIS
doesn't
is very confident in his facial expressions there.
it? He has a very good reason to be.
Right, so
And
Oblivion
that
what?
in itself is a clue.
Whose power is derived from an oblivion what?
Continuum.
Continuum.
Continuum. Oblivion continuum. How long are you giving us for this? You're gonna have to give us a time.
I
until
I've got a
Shark
guess.
goes
I
to
don't
bed,
think I'm.
will
I
you?
don't think I'm going to get it, but I've got a guess.
Okay, go on.
Hold on, give me Oblivion Continuum. I'll take a random guess.
Go on, Philip.
Who's
Go on.
going first?
Well, who wants to go first? Well, I think we should go. Well, who wants to go first?
I think Will should go last because he clearly
I think
knows.
Will should go last, definitely.
I'll go first.
Go on.
So I don't think it's right, but I put Davros only because he was talking about world engines and
I put Davros as well.
And Phil?
I put Davros as well.
Okay. Mr. TARDIS has a very, very. I'd be disappointed if Mr. TARDIS didn't know the answer to this because shall we give it away before you give the answer? Go on, Mr. TARDIS. What's the answer?
So I put maybe Agador, but there's Bracewell from Victory of the Daleks.
It's Bracewell it's Edwin Bracewell, which is the Victory of the Daleks was the very first story that William ever reviewed.
Sorry.
Of course.
Right. Yeah, I've got it in his chest, isn't it?
I only remember it because it was Nicholas Briggs.
It's one of those phrases that I thought, oh, that's so revived series, and I love it because it's
Medusa Cascade.
Exactly.
It's Nicholas Briggs as the Dalek Supreme.
But it was Agador. Can we just make that really clear? It was Agador.
Yeah.
Agador, yeah.
Agador, not in canon.
So, Will, you are the winner. Can you believe it? Of Charlestial Games, episode 4. Well done. You win this wonderful prize of the 9th Doctor set, which I will be sending to you.
Is that him in blue jeans?
That is him. You also get the hologram Doctor as well at the end of
and Disco Rose.
I'm hoping to win it next, so it can go round each of us.
Well, because if that's the 9th Doctor,
it will.
In blue jeans,
I can't wait for you all to receive it.
That makes him the Blue Peter 9th Doctor.
That's right. Yeah.
Explain that.
Use his badge.
It's him when he uses the badge to laser beam a Dalek compost pit, and then abruptly leaves.
True.
Well, thank you.
I've had a fantastic. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm really, really thrilled that we've got a new winner, Jack. I apologise. You've lost your reign of glory to Will now. My dog is just wandering around the background. I do apologise. It has been previously taken by Stephen. But thank you so much for all coming. Richard, thank you so much for coming on. Like I said, you were my encyclopedia of especially the classic era in the wilderness year. So thank you for that. If anyone wants to find you, have you got anything new coming up? If there anything that you sort of want to plug, or where can you see you basically? I can see more of you, except from your OnlyFans.
Yeah, you won't see my face so often. Yeah, no, I have a YouTube channel called cleverdickfilms, and I also have a Twitter. I refuse to call it X. And a Facebook, so follow me on there. I'm working on the long-awaited Capaldi era video, which will be coming up next.
None of us can wait.
long anticipated.
When is that due to come out? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know exactly when. I'm hoping. I mean, obviously, because I'm a teacher, I work during term time, so I'm hoping to really crack the back of it over the summer holidays, because that's what I tend to do in the holidays is work on my videos. So hopefully, but don't hold me to that. So that's the one on the radar for the moment. And obviously, I'm continuing to record audiobooks on my Patreon. So you get a chapter a week from a Target classic. I'm sure I'm breaking some sort of rules with that, but hopefully people won't mind for these long out of print books.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much.
He's the only Doctor Who YouTuber I know who can use the words vicissitudes and Sisyphean in the same sentence, which is impressive.
I know. Just on that, the on YouTube it shows you when you look at a video where people have watched, like where they drop off, and sometimes there's peaks, which will be like where people have watched things more than once. And on the David Tennant one, there's this enormous spike where I use the word hamartia to describe the 10th Doctor. So, you know, as an English teacher, I find that pleasing.
Fantastic. Well, thank you all the same. I've really enjoyed having you on. Thank you. Well,
Thank you.
Mr. TARDIS, you are our winner of Charlestial Games episode 4. How you feeling? You all right?
Feeling good.
He's cock a hoop.
I'm going to thank my little John Hurt mascot. What he did,
I think I did it for you.
without eyelids, in the name of peace and sanity.
Have you enjoyed yourself?
I have. It's been a pleasure.
Good.
In such lovely familiar faces as well. I think this is the first time I've been in a video or collab with Clever Dick Films as well. I've been watching you for ages. You were a massive help during lockdown, where I would binge your videos. So,
that's wonderful. Thank you.
He's been a solace to us all. You know.
Indeed.
He has. Yeah.
Indeed. And Mr. TARDIS, where can we find you? Have you got anything new coming up as well that you sort of want to share with us?
No, so I stream most weeks on my YouTube channel, Mr. TARDIS. I'm currently making my way through my season 1, series 14 reviews. The next one's 73 yards because I'm way behind on those reviews. So yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. That was my favourite one of the season.
Too.
Yeah, well, hopefully it meets expectations. So yeah, that'll be out in the next week or so. But thank you so much for having me, Shard. It's been great.
You're so welcome. No, you're more than welcome. Phil, your first time on Charlestial Games. How have you found it? Did it live up to what I said? How I said it would, or are you feeling a bit more like, oh my goodness?
I accidentally pressed the mute button. Whoops. Yes,
that's his story.
So my microphone fell down a minute ago, and I was scrambling to reattach it. So I'm now holding it. But there we go. Yes, it's been a blast. Thank you very much for having me on. It's been lots of fun.
More than welcome.
Yeah.
Good stuff. And anything from yourself that we're going to see?
So you can find my YouTube channel, which has recently gone under a bit of a rebrand and is now Culture Filter, because my name's Phil, and I thought
name.
Was
nice.
A good little play on words.
Yeah.
So it's spelled the filter is spelled PHILTER. And I've got tomorrow, hopefully, it was meant to be out today, but I didn't finish editing it in time, just a ranking of the season. And then I'm continuing to work on my canon catch-up series for the 15th Doctor, which is I'm trying to keep track of every story with the 15th Doctor in it from all mediums. So books, any audios that may come out, short stories, things in annuals, every single story that has a 15th Doctor in it. And summarize the important information, how they link in, if they do link in or reference each other, and construct some kind of timeline for them all as we get them. So that's my current major ongoing project. So that
that's not like a mammoth.
The next week or so.
That's just reminding me that I need to send you the Lost in Time cutscenes.
You do, yes.
Yes.
So I can
Sorry,
include those.
They're on my phone.
Lost in Time cutscenes.
Yeah, they're from a mobile game.
Oh right, okay, right.
Yeah, see, I go deep with this, trying to get everything in, and including the cutscenes from. I try and work out where the cutscenes from a random mobile game fit into the 15th Doctor timeline.
Never mind that. It's about time
I appreciate the mammoth.
About time you watch the Sontaran Experiment.
Yes, it probably is. Yes.
Fantastic. And so thank you so much, Phil, for coming in and joining us with this. Joining us with this, rather. I hope it lived up to expectations. Adam, your first time in Charlestial Games as well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry, my dog is making so much of a racket because she wants to be in everything.
I can't hear it.
Where can we find you, and have you got anything coming?
Well, first of all, thank you, Shah, for inviting me on. This is doggo. This is everything you promised and more. I've loved it. I've loved the fun. I've loved the chaos. Love being with you, lovely people. Finding me, I'm on Twitter at Adam Martin AMTV, and then on YouTube it's just Adam Martin with a Y, because I'm half Welsh and my dad would never forgive me. He would. So it's Martin with a Y, and you can subscribe there for a whole bunch of videos on a whole bunch of usually very niche topics that I think I'm only interested in, but some other people tend to be as well. So if you want just Doctor Who, it's AMTV Who. You can subscribe there as well. I'm currently working on a Series 1/14 mega review of this series that's been happening, so that'll hopefully be out soon. And yeah, that's it. But yeah, just thank you for having me on. It's been a blast.
Oh, of course. Anytime. Jack Alexander, your second time on Charlestial Games. Come on then. Give us your honest review.
Just as wonderful as the last time. Just as chaotic. just brilliant, really, you know. But I'm sorry, I'm still just seething about the sex gas.
But Jack, where can we find you? And have you got anything new coming up for us?
Yeah, you can find me at _Jack on Twitter. There's stuff with an awful lot of running, which the podcast I do with my co-host Robin. There's now a YouTube channel, which people should please go and subscribe and listen to the episodes there, as well as everywhere that podcasts are available. There will be community show stuff this year, and I've also gotten into voice acting as well for different fan productions, including.
You sent me a message saying you were playing the first Doctor.
I forgot I sent that to you. Yes, very good. Yeah. It's not very good. It's not very good. By no means am I after your job, Stephen. Yeah, there'll be my fan Doctor stuff coming up.
Great.
Which is Red Twilight, right?
Productions, but I was also in Memories of the Doctor as the first Doctor. Yes, yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, so we're going to be seeing a bit of Red Twilight Doctor, right?
Yes, yeah. Hopefully sooner rather than later.
Good to know. Perfect. And Stephen, last but certainly not least, thank you for a mammoth of a quiz. I
just love all these people very dearly because I love Doctor Who fans because I'm a Doctor Who fan and I love all the work that so many Doctor Who fans do. Keeping the faith alive. But to you specifically, I know it's only a matter of time. I know you've been married various times in the past. But when you are properly married, finally, to the love of your life, I'm going to give you this as a present, which I brought back specially from the planet Metabelis 3 for you.
I wouldn't accept it if I were you, Shara. It's got a bad juju about it.
I know.
All I'm thinking is you're all invited to the reception to see this happen.
If your husband takes you up the Amazon, be very careful.
I don't know if that was an intentional one or.
It was Stephen Noonan, Richard. Of course it was. Yes.
Anyway, this
if I'm taking up the Amazon, yes, love.
Yeah, just be very careful. That's all.
Make sure you have the right injections.
But no, it's been a sincere sensation, as it always is, and it's unlike any other show on the interwebs, isn't it? Basically, your show, because it's sheer chaos.
Thank you so much once again.
Delightful.
Thank you.
Is anyone else wondering where to get one of those crystals from?
Oh, of
course. The famous blue bloody planet of the Actian galaxy. Where do you think?
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Really, really enjoyed your company. It's been wonderful. So I suppose until next time, a couple of you might be invited back just because you are winners, but I'm sure we'll see you all again very soon. That's been Charlestial Games episode 4. Wonderful.